It's a little dead meme. Fuck you, little bitch. You think you can fuck with me? What about red? Fuck you, little bitch. Hey, look, I'm home with some bread. Fuck you, little bitch.
Perfect. All right. Let's do this little introduction.
Shave my head again.
Shave your head?
Yeah. It's gonna go bald.
He did it already, like in the last month or two. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Month ago I
fucking-
cut my hair. Not even kidding.
Wait, your entire head like Steve Harvey
Oh no,
style.
not entirely. No. I shaved the sides. The sides of my hair.
Oh,
there was
the
no hair
sides.
there.
The sides. Okay.
And then
see.
I cut down like half my fro, and then it just came back because of my hair. I think I'm sick. I think I'm just clearly really sick, and my hair grows that fast.
No, you're definitely sick in different ways. You know?
Yeah, that's absolutely
Wow, Chris, thanks.
undeniable.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not either. I'm just saying, these are the
You definitely are. You're saying you're not, but you're saying I definitely am. Thanks.
That's not what I
appreciate
said.
you.
That's literally the opposite of what I said. Anyway,
Yeah, sure, thanks, dude.
listen.
You both need to be committed. So anyway,
Commit this nut in your mouth.
Welcome everybody to the Snark Tank podcast. It's me again, and it's Derek again, and it's Sweeney again.
Again.
It's us.
namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, nigga.
Try not
Those
to
are
say
two
it.
words. Those are two words that are definitely never together like that.
I've definitely heard Ice-T's voice say that before.
Maybe in your fucking dreams.
No,
You
definitely
made
in
that up.
something. Definitely in some sort of comedy sketch. I think it was on the Chappelle Show. Actually, I think he literally said those two words.
I could see that on the Chappelle Show.
You actually might be right because now
no,
that
I-
kind of rings a
Because I remember it was the Hater Awards.
I don't know.
Play a Hater Award.
Something that sounds pretty familiar.
I could definitely
then
see that on
Yeah.
of all the things that could potentially be from, the Chappelle
That's the
Show is
most
definitely
likely.
like the likeliest place.
Namaste, son.
But anyway, we're here again. It's the Snark Tank podcast. Remember to support us over at patreon.com/the Snark Tank. Remember to share our shit wherever you can. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't done this housekeeping in a minute, but it helps.
it's been a bit.
Leaving reviews on iTunes. It's always really nice when a show says share us around before they even begin. I'm sure that's a really big a really big boon to business. But anyway, we got
Talk about us.
we actually got a lot of stuff to cover today. So I think we should just jump into this shit.
All right,
Because
let's talk about it.
first things first, we got our little vaccines for shipment. I saw a fucking unboxing video of a vaccine, which is a very 2020 thing to happen.
Really? There's an unboxing video of it? That's pretty nuts.
Exclusively 2020.
Yo, explain to anybody else in any other decade, like what? Oh, these people did an unboxing video of vaccines on account of the world destroying pandemic.
Well, as you see, if you open the vaccine, you'll see that they're nicely organized. A nice white film over them to make sure they stay clean. The bottle seems very sterile.
Stop, I'm
liking
bored
this a
already.
lot.
Stop
I
it.
can't get.
I'm
I'm
so
liking this a
bored.
lot.
I gotta say, Pfizer really nailed the presentation on this one.
I fucking hate it. I hate.
Did you guys
I
see?
hate-
It kind of didn't go viral, which I was expecting to, but Obama, he took it. He was like, I want to take it, and then because he wants to ensure trust across the nation and everything. And then his skin started melting, and it revealed his reptilian scaly flesh.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of cut off the feed, and I was just like, I could have.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then and then there was a leaked video on Instagram of his reptilian skin melting off, and Dr. Drew was beneath it, and Dr. Drew died on the street.
Died.
Which is
right
crazy.
Right afterwards. And then Dr. Drew's skin melted away himself, and it was Harambe the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I'm cutting that out. You did not just make a Harambe joke in 2020. I will cut
You
that.
guys are still making the same fucking Dr. Drew joke.
That
It's
was this
done.
year, though.
He's not dead. I get it, all right?
He's dead though.
And
He's
neither is
not
Harambe.
fucking dead, bro.
Yo, one of
Alright.
these days he's gonna die, and I'm gonna feel real bad.
Well,
But-
yes, he's a person.
it's
Everyone
literally
dies
gonna
eventually, Chris.
happen.
Yeah, I know.
And everyone's gonna blame you. They're gonna point back because people keep going back to this podcast and saying, "Oh, you guys were right about this and that." And it'll be the same fucking thing.
Oh my
Somebody
God.
just did that recently about Sweeney. You talking about Joel is gonna get his head bashed in?
I did.
Yeah.
I literally said that, which is hilarious.
Oh wait, you said that like in a pre-Last of Us 2.
Yes,
I did. He gets his fucking head bashed and get his head fucking gushered. I remember saying that.
That is
Everybody was like, "You were
crazy.
right," and I was like, "Whoa."
At this
I
point,
was
by the
right.
way, I apologize. Like, I can't keep. At this point, The Last of Us Part 2 is spoiled for everybody. Like, normally I would, like, have, like, a spoiler thing. But, come on. Like, honestly, at this point, if you haven't played it already, you're not going to play it.
If you get 3 months. If you care about something, if you care about a form of media, no matter how busy you are, you will make at least a bit of time to figure out what happens in it, you know? And I give people 3 months. That's my time. 3 months before I'm like,
That's way too generous.
sorry, dude. I'm gonna spoil shit for you. In my clan for Destiny, somebody was like, I didn't play Final Fantasy VII yet. I don't know what happens. I was like, I don't give a fuck. That game came out nearly a year ago. Zach Fair is still alive.
Well,
I don't give a shit.
It's a game that came out a year ago that's a remake of a game that came out, 25 years ago?
Fucking 90s.
But it's not the same game. It's already definitely not the same game.
It's not the same game, but I mean, like, you know. Like,
I mean, that twist that I just mentioned didn't even kind of happen in the last one.
Oh, really?
Not even slightly.
I don't know anything about the original
different
Final
thing.
Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I didn't play 7.
I did play it. I just didn't really beat it. Like, the thing with Final Fantasy is that, like, it's just always been this series that I never really liked. It's too anime for me. But Final Fantasy VII was the only one that got me into it because I thought the art style was awesome, and I thought the fucking soundtrack is fucking killer. I think it won, right, for, like, best soundtrack, I think, at the Game Awards.
I don't remember what one.
I feel like it did, which was actually
All I remember is Sephiroth. That's it from that Game Award. Remember Sephiroth, and they showed a new Left 4 Dead game.
Yeah.
That got me really fucking excited, and that's about it.
What the hell? Oh my god! Now I'm like annoyed because I don't want to remember something incorrectly. Ah, damn it! It doesn't say the winner. I'm pretty sure it was
on
Final
the stream.
Fantasy
That's
VII,
it.
though.
Speaking of streams, you guys want to follow me on twitch.tv/TomSweeney1278. I'll be there bi-weekly.
Wow.
I'll be there daily. So if you guys want to see me, swing on by. I'm there. I'm streaming. I'm having fun.
Look at this fucking shill.
We're talking.
Look at this fucking shill over here, man. This godforsaken asshole.
This handsome chocolate man stream and talk about video games. You're more than welcome. Sorry, guys.
I want you to talk as much shit as you possibly can about him until he cries.
That's really hard. If you make me cry from making fun of me, bro, you're a powerful person.
Yeah, that's
shit, bro. I haven't done that since I was like 8.
You haven't cried since you were 8? That's not true.
I haven't cried about people making fun of me since I was like 8.
Oh yeah, that's more accurate. Yeah.
Because I was just like, I just can't. What?
I can't remember the last time I cried for like that kind of reason. You know what I mean?
That's tough, dude. I grew up in New York, bro. That's all I get. My friend group, my friends are some of the funniest people on the planet, and all we do is make fun of each other. So if you're capable of making fun of me till I cry, then you're a powerful dude, man.
I think the only thing, if somebody were to make fun of me to the degree that I would cry, it would have to be almost ethereally unavoidable. Like, you would have to, like, break into my home and insult me while I'm trying to sleep. You know, like, don't leave me alone. I wake up, you're still there insulting me. You know, I'm trying to eat, you're still insulting me. I go through, like, 5 days of that completely uninterrupted. And then, like, at that point, I might cry. You know, just for the sheer, like, the pure, like, metaphysical disruption that's occurring in my life at that point.
Because you can't stop it.
That's a mental breakdown.
Make fun of me that long.
That's a mental breakdown, basically.
Yeah.
So that's
like,
possible.
This guy's been making fun of me for 3 days straight.
He's not even saying anything.
Dreams.
He's not even saying anything that hurtful, but he's so unrelenting that it hurts me.
He's called me a bitch like 25,000 times already, bro.
I'd probably cry if somebody
damn.
complimented me for that long, you know? I'd be like, oh my God, stop, please, for the fuck, God, Christ.
Like if I hear it in my dreams too, like if I'm sleeping and I still hear him insulting me, and I'm just like, I can't avoid this guy.
Oh my
I
fucking
bet
God.
if Keith David insulted you for an entire day, you might cry.
Oh, for a few minutes I might cry because I respect him so much.
Yeah, and then he finally comes up to you and he's just like, Tom Sweeney. I was gonna say something really bad. Oh, never mind. I'll just keep it in my head. But he just says some really fucked up shit that you normally shouldn't
black
say.
Bitch.
I kind of want to hear it.
I want to hear it too.
Nah, it's just like you go to that primal stage where you just say like, "Oh, I'm gonna say the worst stuff," and it's like I don't. It would just be cut out anyway. So it's just like never mind.
Man, we could have had a really good beep. But no, yeah, I hear it.
I wouldn't mind hearing it, bro. I love it.
You know, honestly, like I do think Keith David would get to me, only because eventually I would just hear Arbiter hurting, like talking down to me, and I would be like, oh no, I really, you know.
I look up to you. Stop,
Piece of
please,
shit.
Arbiter.
I look
Halo's
up to
fucking stupid.
you. I look up
hate
to
it.
you. He's literally Hitler, kind of.
I look up to Arbiter though.
Huh?
How do you not look up to Arbiter? Arbiter goes through such a beautiful metamorphosis.
We got the
He
vaccines.
literally does.
That's how we got here. I don't know how we got already. I don't know how we got derailed so far from vaccines.
Vaccines and
Dude,
reptilians.
All I'm
and
saying is
something.
that Barack Obama is definitely like a Sith. I don't give a shit what anybody says. He's definitely like Palpatine. He's definitely like one of those Palpatine-esque niggas, dog. I used to love Barack Obama, and then I found out that he tested weapons in like Chicago, and then like bombed the Middle East multiple times.
Well,
it's like,
yeah.
oh shit.
didn't he also like he did weapon testing
a
in
lot of
Flint,
shit.
right? Didn't he like do
Yeah.
weapon testing?
No,
in
no,
Flint,
Michigan, not Chicago, Michigan. Yeah.
That was it, right? It was Michigan.
Yeah.
Or they, like
That
what?
was
They
like,
can't
oh,
drink.
wow.
They couldn't drink water, and meanwhile he's like blowing up their CVSs. It's fucking
And
crazy.
I love that he actually though he was like, "Oh, give me a glass of water. Give me a goddamn glass of water." And then he puts it up to his mouth like this, and he goes, and then he's like, "Yeah, see the fucking water is fine."
He literally just.
And I was like,
kissed,
"Wow."
He just kissed poison.
And then he went in his fucking cryo chamber and got fucking revealed. And he's like, all right, I'm better now. Come on,
Dude,
Bo.
they fucking
Come on.
before he was even behind the stage, they started pumping his stomach. They started fucking putting the tube down him just to make sure he was fine. Yep,
Now,
the
me
water's
and my-
great.
Now, me and my dog, Bo, you see, we both love the water here. You know, we love it. Sasha, Malia, Michelle, we love the water here.
we fly here sometimes just for the water.
Yeah, so what I'm saying to you right now is, the water's fine, all right?
Let me.
Now, excuse me, I gotta go bomb the Gaza Strip again.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
Let me be as clear as this water is in Flint, Michigan.
The water that is as gray as the tip of a crayon. Let me be
Gray
clear.
as the grays that do the bidding for
The water,
my alien
the water,
race.
the water in Flint, Michigan is so fucked up that even the rain doesn't work. You know,
the water in Michigan is so fucked up it jiggles.
it's fucking
Water
custard.
fucking jiggles there, dude.
It's like fucking Jello.
It's like Jello. It's like if somebody turned fucking lead into Jello.
Well, Flint, Michigan will have one less thing to worry about now if these vaccines don't, turn people into roach people or something or whatever the fuck is
Roach
potentially
people.
possible. That's
Reptilians, obviously.
The thing that's weird about this is that I don't mean to stoke paranoia about this because obviously like it's a vaccine, people should be taking it. It's just basic shit. I'm not an anti-vax person, but at the same time, it's like, dude, we got this thing out pretty quick, relative. And, these types of things, it's like, Lord knows what the fuck the side effects are going to be, like in however long. Because there's always like one of these things that happens where it's like, oh yeah, I can't have kids unless all my kids have 8 noses or something now. It's like, oh wow, that's
pretty cool though.
That's a pretty massive inconvenience. I made a big deal about or I made like kind of like a joking stint about like how like, oh yeah, I'll probably wait like 5 years before I take the vaccine. It's like I'll probably just take it, like whatever the fuck.
Yeah, usually vaccines take a lot to usually they get through the FDA and stuff like that, and all the people like that. Usually it's the pricing that takes it the longest time. Pricing takes years.
Yeah.
Usually. But the thing is that we did go through. Me and my girlfriend talked about it. Like we went through pretty fast, just in general, like very very quickly. Like we had like testing done very very fast. But it's a pandemic. You never had one of these, and they had the technology to get one of the vaccines out quickly. So I don't advise anyone to take it just quite yet. If you don't need to, you can still stay safe. But people that are like immune deficient, stuff like that, they need to take it. And then what happens is probably if they take it, the worst thing that happens is they're probably just going to get COVID. They're going to take it and they're just going to get COVID from taking it. And it's going to be like, whoa.
I mean, isn't that like, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Yeah, but that's what happens.
Yeah, but that's probably going to be the worst thing that's going to happen. That's what happens with the flu vaccine.
The
you
flu
take it,
shot.
you get the flu. You're like, fuck.
Yeah,
But this is not the flu.
I'm
This
just
is a different
I'm just gonna
animal.
take it. I need to go to a bar and drink again. Like I fucking hate this shit.
I see.
I fucking can't.
Dude, my
stand
whole
this.
thing is I don't the only reason that I'm skeptical at all, not about the whole process or whatever, is that I've never taken the flu vaccine because if I ever do get influenza, I'm sick for like 3 days maximum. I don't think like why the fuck do I need to take this thing? I know there's some people that get sick for like weeks. I'm like,
And
you should
die?
take that. Yeah, I'm like, you should take the flu fucking vaccine. Me, at one night, my body goes in a hyperdrive and just sweats like it heats and I sweat it all out, and then I'm fucking good. And 2 days later, I'm like, okay, I'm fine.
I mean, COVID is different though. Like it doesn't really have like a consistent Like, it obviously has consistent effects, but it doesn't, like, consistently affect everybody of every demographic or even of every...
That's true.
Like, there's some super healthy fucking people who just got, like, fucking axed, you know? And then there's some, like, old-ass people who just...
That just made it.
That just made it. It's like, such a fucking random... It's like the fucking Hawk Moon perk. It's just completely random. And I think, like, you know... I don't know. I'm probably going to take... I need
I'm gonna most likely be taking it
I
soon.
can't wait to just go to a bar again. Like, I lost a whole fucking year of, like, my late 20s. You know, that sucks.
Yeah, same.
So,
like, for me, when it comes out, I'm taking it, I'm going to New York. Like, the moment I can take it, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go visit my family. That's the only thing that's been holding me back, because I have a grandmother who's, like, an old woman who's, like, sick and stuff, and I don't want to come there and get her sick. I want to know that if I'm going to be there, I'm going to be definitely fine.
Well, you could still carry it, though, right? Like, because if you take the vaccine, it just means you're immune to it. It doesn't, or it just means you'll be able to fight it. It doesn't mean that you couldn't carry it elsewhere. So it's...
I think it means that your body, if you get it, your body just fights it off. I don't know if you can carry it anymore.
I'm sure you...
Because what happens with the flu is that we get different kinds of flus constantly. It's never just the same flu.
Right, but
the base thing is influenza, but like...
Right, but if you're vaccinated for the flu, if you get the flu shot, you can still get the flu and you can still give the flu to other people.
I don't
Man,
think you
I don't
can.
It's certainly true. People get...
I think your body can just kill the virus. That's it.
But
I
the
don't know if
virus
you can
is
give
still...
it to people.
But the virus doesn't, like, get destroyed the second you get it, does it? That's not how that works. Surely you can carry a virus even if you're vaccinated.
I don't think you can, but I should know this.
I'm sure
I don't
that's
fucking
true.
know. It's just the turnaround though. All I'm thinking is that your body probably does fight it off, but you would have to be essentially by the time you went to go see your grandmother, I imagine if you did get COVID before, you probably wouldn't give it to her then. I think like if she got exposed, it was because it was something else or some shit. Like obviously,
so what happens is you have to build up. Sorry to interrupt you, bro, but you have to build up immunity first. So you take it, then you have to build your immunity to it, and then you'll become immune. So you can't get it. Maybe carrying you could possibly carry if it's on things. You can still touch something and carry it, but you won't be able. Like you won't have COVID to give to someone else in your body.
I don't know. Anyway, this is like probably the only good news, the only objectively good news that we got this year. You know, it's like, okay, good. You know, this is a thing that's happening. There's progress being made. It exists. People are taking it. I'm pretty sure people have already been administered with it. Did Obama take it already, or did he just like?
No, he said he and some other former presidents said they were going to do it. I don't know if they did it already or not. I only remember that. That was the whole point, where it's like they were doing it for trustability. It was Bush, Clinton, and Obama, and it's like, oh, we want to get the public trust on our side. I'm like, you guys, you're gonna take it?
I really trust Clinton, Bush, and Obama.
Bill Clinton's a fucking lich. He's a fucking lich of a human being. Fucking Barack Obama's the serpent, and George Bush is a dumb kid with a shotgun. I don't trust any of those fucking guys.
Yeah, George Bush is like an Ed and Nettie bad guy. He's just such a weird...
There's not even bad guys in that series, but yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like, they're kids... He's like Kevin, almost. But he's Kevin. He's Kevin and Rolf.
Put together.
But...
Who's the kid that has Plank?
Johnny, right?
Johnny.
Big-headed Johnny.
I thought Johnny was a black person.
The fucking cancer patient?
Yeah, that's Caillou you're thinking of. Who's
Caillou,
like 11 foot
shiny
6.
Ass. Yo, Caillou's bigger than us, dude. And he's a kid. Imagine when his body gets to its true form and it's all solidified and powerful. He can fucking pick up and throw people.
How tall is Caillou? Wait. Did we do this on the podcast?
Yeah, I think Caillou's like 5'6".
God, it's so fucking gross. Yeah, he's 5'11".
Yo, Caillou is almost my fucking
God
height.
bless Caillou. What the fuck? That's a Canadian show too. Those godforsaken.
Everything's bigger in the North, man. 'Cause they got all that cold air. All that fucking cold air, they get taller, I guess.
He's fucking...
What?
I don't even know if that's true.
He's godforsaken.
No. Okay, whatever, dude.
These godforsaken maple Wendigos making all these mutant children. I don't even understand how they got
Canadian
this information.
bacon eating motherfuckers over there getting fucking... To all our Canadian fans and friends, we love you guys.
We don't make fun of Canadians nearly as much as we make fun of like Europeans, you know?
But I love Canadians are actually cool. Fucking Europeans.
I'm the opposite. Like Canadians are kind of like whatever.
I mean, yeah, you like that fucking
Yeah,
Aryan
and you
pussy.
like Yeah, I like all pussy. I just happen to have had some Aryan pussy. Okay.
I've had it too, and it's really fine. It's really fun.
You seem to really have something against it. You're always talking about blue, like devil this, white devil this.
I'm just scared to have a child with blue eyes. That just scares me. I'm disappointed in my kid and it peers at me. What did you say, father? And I'm just like, nothing.
The conversation always gets to white devils and pussy somehow. Like always. Like it just.
White devils and pussies. That's the name of the album.
Yo,
that's a good album name, honestly.
White devils and pussy, dude. Malcolm X's fucking album. Malcolm X's lost fucking album.
Oh my God.
I'll do it. I'll make a fucking quick little EP called White Devils and Pussy.
I
actually have a one that I set on the side. I was like, whenever I have my EP, it's gonna be called Sex Dolls and Cyborgs. And,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so
that's not bad.
But now I got to put that aside for White Devils and Pussy.
Now I got to put that side project aside for other projects.
It's just this guy who just keeps building side projects and just keeps putting. It's like, wait a minute, this is a better idea than this. And he never finishes any of them.
His discography is fucking full, bro. He has a bunch of like 10 fucking song albums, and he just needs the 11th song for all of them, but he keeps getting sidetracked.
And then he makes his last one.
These.
And he makes his last one, but then he's like, "Oh, what do we put on the previous one?" It's like, just put these ones on the previous one too. And then like, what about the last one? It's like, we already got these songs, so let's just. It's just all these different projects with the same track list.
Oh my God, that'd be fucking amazing.
That would be amazing.
I might be
release the same songs again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Kanye did some shit like that. His fucking college dropout again. I think people would love that.
I would love that again. That so hard. I would respect that so much.
It's like a re-performed recent
one. No one's ever done that before. Who's done that?
No one, because it's supposed to make different music every time.
Well, no, wait. Who's that guy? Lil Nas released the same song like a million times.
Well, yeah, that's
remixes of it. He didn't release the straight up same song.
You got to put in quotes, quote unquote, remix.
Yeah,
and that was the smartest thing I've ever seen. That I was just like, this guy, he knew he had a fucking banger, and he's like, I'm gonna remix this 700 times so I make millions. I'm
and
like,
it worked, bro.
Hey, man, I want that. I've been thinking about this for a while, man. I was like, dude, I would not mind being a one-hit wonder, and then just trying to just milk the fuck. Like, you know when you're trying to squeeze the last drop out of a fucking toothpaste, like little bottle, like that. I want to get my toothbrush and then roll it and just try to squeeze everything out of it. Where I fucking do with Jake Paul, fucking Rice Gum. All these remixes.
I would never do anything with Rice Gum. I fucking hate that dude. I hate Jake Paul more than Rice Gum. But if we're talking about I'm making a song specifically to sell out, I'm absolutely contacting these idiots.
I would do it too.
I'm not doing that. I couldn't.
So now you have fucking integrity about this. But fucking
I'm talking about that, because I'm making. If I'm making a piece of something, I'm not fucking working with them. I'd rather work with a Klansman than work with those motherfuckers, dog. I'd much rather sit down and break bread with a guy that's fucking newspaper that look like me than work with those motherfuckers. I just can't respect them.
That's fucking wild.
At least I can respect. You
know what's truly wild about that? I believe you. Like I don't even think that's like a joke.
You know what I can respect? At least I can respect someone that, even though they are wrong, they stick by the convictions. I can't respect some people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just doing it for money. You know.
You respect people who are wrong, and even though they know they're wrong, they just keep.
No. They don't know they're wrong.
He respects
these motherfuckers know they're wrong. I respect conviction.
I understand what you're saying, man. To a certain extent, I do. It's like the overtly racist people versus the
secretly racist people.
Like those little weasels.
Like I don't want to sound offensive, but
I just like the ones that are like, I don't like you, you're dark, and I'm like,
I don't like you, you're dark.
Very fucking blunt. Your skin's black. You're scaring me, all right? It's not the ones like, I have black friends, but like I wouldn't date a black guy because, like those are the worst. It's like, yo, just be real. Just call me the N-word, bro.
just call me the N-word.
Just be real, man.
I wouldn't date a black guy because It's like that's all you needed, really. Oh man. Anyway, we got a little bit of hope here. We got a little bit of hope at the end of the year, but don't worry, because 2020 is sure to be a bit of a mess. Because what is this? Fucking Jake Paul.
Oh, yeah,
Paul is fucking challenging Conor McGregor now.
Fucking Ewan McGregor, fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ewan
Conor
McGregor?
He's challenging. Can you imagine?
He'd fuck him up. He'd fuck him up, dog. No cap.
Well, sure. What the hell is he? What is he even doing? What is Ian McGregor even doing?
Ewan McGregor is becoming Obi-Wan again. They're releasing all those new fucking Netflix, fucking Disney Plus Star Wars shows, which look lit.
Look at him.
Wait, that's happening? Like
Yeah. The Kenobi show, Ahsoka Tano.
Is it called the Kenobi Show?
Yeah.
the Kenobi show, like a Chappelle show?
Like the Kenobi show. And he comes up, hello
Kenobi
there. Hello there. Hello there.
And then what does he do? Like the reverse of a black white supremacist for his first episode?
Wait, what? No, he would just be a Star Wars person. He wouldn't do anything racially charged.
Well, come on.
It's not Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, but I mean, he's Kenobi show, and he's got to do like mirror Chappelle show 100%.
That's not how those things work.
That would be pretty dope, though, wouldn't it? Though, if
he can say N-word. I don't mind. He can say N-word. No, I wouldn't check. I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
You're giving those passes out mighty frequent.
Yeah.
I give them out to people who deserve it.
Why does he get a pass, though? Why does
Obi-Wan Kenobi, bro? The whole hood fucks Obi-Wan Kenobi, bro.
What?
The hood fucks Obi-Wan Kenobi. You can't deny that. You know it's true. You know it's true. I
don't think that's true, man.
You know damn well. There are certain people that can have the N-word, Pastor. I'm gonna give you a list of people who.
I think the hood only fucks with Vader, man. I don't know. Like,
that's not true, bro. That's not true. You know the hood fuck with the Jedis, bro.
I mean,
you know damn well, bro.
Dude, the Jedi's always been kind of corny, man.
They've been corny, but they're the good guys, bro. And Obi-Wan wasn't corny, bro. Him particularly was not corny.
He was he smelled like fucking corn chips, dude. That's why fucking like Vader was like, "Oh, dude, you fucking stink," and then he disappeared. Like that's it.
He didn't say you stink, and he just.
That's what I remember.
I'll give out the people that can say the N-word, right? Okay. Son Goku can say the N-word.
Oh my
right?
God.
Goku.
Obi-Wan Kenobi can say the N-word. Darth Vader also is allowed to say the N-word. Then who was another fucking character?
Okay, so wait. Darth Vader, not Anakin.
Yeah, Anakin can't say it.
Oh, no, fuck no, Anakin.
Okay, Vader can say it.
That's important. That's an important
because Vader's
distinction.
essentially a nigga. Once he becomes Vader, he gets put in a black suit. He's literally the color black since he got burned, bro. He can say the N-word, bro. You can't argue that at all.
All right, now I'm gonna get some voiceover work done for when instead of him saying no when he becomes Vader, he's gonna scream out nigga.
Nigga.
You know what's fucking wild? That scene in Revenge of the Sith where like he's like, oh my god, where Anakin is like crawling and he's on fire. Yeah. I never saw the prequels when I was a kid. Like I never cared about them. Like I didn't like Star Wars really. Like I was into other shit and I was like, it looks dweeby. I can't do it. But I saw that scene out of context somewhere, like on the internet, like way later, and I thought it was like a joke. Like I thought it was like a fake thing. Like I was like, oh, there's no way that's like the Star Wars movie. That's how Anakin is. That's how Darth Vader becomes Darth Vader. He gets his legs cut off and he's crawling out of a volcano. This looks so hilarious, and it was real.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I love that scene because in that scene he loses the 3 limbs he had. He lost his hand in the movie before, and then in that scene he loses both his legs and his other real arm. And I'm just like, damn, bro, you just can't get a break, can you?
And that's one thing that I thought about with Obi, because I'm like, he didn't have to do that. He did. He didn't have to do him like that.
Yeah, he did.
If he would have just cut off one leg, he would have been.
Should have cut his head off. I would have cut his fucking head off.
In retrospect, bro, like thinking about the moment where it's like this guy's supposed to be this good force, and he's like, I'm gonna essentially torture this guy and leave him helpless, and he's burning like a little bitch. Like, just that's not. I don't know, but at the same time, I'm not like. I don't know that much about the Jedis and shit. Like, I'm not all big, so I don't know. 'Cause to me, I'm like, doesn't that seem a little bit much to just? It's essentially he created Darth Vader by doing that shit. Like he could have
killed him and done. But thing is that he was being selfish. He was like, instead of taking care of the problem, I'm gonna hope the problem disappears and just dies on its own. And I would have been like, yo,
that just sounds
cut his head, cut his head off. I would have cut his head off and I would have kicked his body in the lava, bro.
That's so crazy that I never thought
Yeah.
about it that way, but like he's just a torso person. Like he's like Darth
He's a
Vader.
fleshlight.
Darth Vader's a fucking Mr. Potato Head, and
Yeah.
He's a fucking fleshlight, bro.
he's a
That's all he is.
fleshlight.
He's just a fucking adult-sized fleshlight.
And what the like at the Return of the Jedi? Like, why did he look like that when he took his fucking helmet off? I was like, what? Why is he? Why does he look like a fucking like pinhead or something?
He looks like Cousin It.
Yeah, like or
Fester.
Is it Cousin Ed or is it Uncle Fester? Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester, yeah.
Fester,
Yeah, but like, what the fuck happened to him? Like, why is that? Whenever I saw that, I remember when I first saw that, I actually was like grossed out. Like, I remember getting like having like a queasy feeling because he looked so fucking disgusting to me.
He looked gross, dude.
I was like, what is this?
I guess he was just, I don't know why he looked like the way he did. He was just inside of a suit for so long. Like, he don't give a fuck about what he looked like no more. He can't. He can't even take that shit off without dying, bro.
I mean, I would have just built myself to look like the hottest fucking person ever. I probably would have built myself to look like a hot woman because
Well, they don't really have like skin graft. They just have like cybernetic parts.
Star Wars is like a weird kind of Star Wars sci-fi is really weird because it's like it skips cyberpunk like almost exactly. That kind of technology is just like absent, even though there are robot arms, and it is really kind of bizarre. I don't really have a full understanding of like what the fuck Star Wars really is. Like, it's like fantasy sci-fi, I guess, but
Sure.
like some of it's just so bizarre. Like I can't.
It's like, if you guys know what Dune is.
I don't really.
Dune is like Star. Do you know what Dune is, Derek? The whole Dune universe. It's like Dune, but with more magic. That's all it is. That's what Star Wars is. Is this more space magic than Dune? Other than that, and less like developed world.
Yeah,
Star Wars it's like a really long and developed history, but like the people that created didn't fill in all the blanks for the entire universe. And then I was up to a bunch of people that didn't know the whole universe, the whole story they fill. It was a bunch of people just like dipping their hands in writing a universe, and that's what happens. It gets mixed up. People don't explain shit. No one knows what everyone else is doing, so it just gets all convoluted. That's why they got rid of the Legends world. They got rid of like the other canon, which makes sense because it was just fucking a mess, flat out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know really anything.
Yeah.
about
I love
Star
it
Wars.
though. I fucking love Star Wars. That's my shit.
Yeah, it got weird.
How did we get
so-
here? Weren't we talking about fucking
so-
Conor McGregor?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I don't remember how it got there either.
Because Ewan McGregor.
Right. That's
oh.
right. We got into a whole fucking tangent.
You stupid motherfucker in your Star Wars. That's what happened. That's
And
exactly
I'll do it again.
what
I'm
happened.
gonna do it again. You guys are gonna jump out. I'm gonna do it again.
Conor
my fucking
McGregor
God.
is playing Ian McGregor
in
in
Obi-Wan. Imagine people watch snippets of this shit for the news, and they're just so fucking misinformed. It's like,
Definitely,
dude, I heard on this podcast.
Definitely do not watch this show for news.
Definitely do.
Please
what are you talking
don't.
about? Make
please
sure
don't do that.
fucking get 2 vaccines in the eyes, and while you're watching fucking the Ian McGregor show,
Oh my God.
starring Obi-Wan or whatever.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I don't know. He's gonna
Ewan
fucking.
McGregor.
He's gonna. Jake Paul's gonna fight this fucking guy who's gonna murder
Yeah.
him probably, and like I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens. I guess.
Yeah, if you guys must know, yes, it's basically what's Jake Paul is trying his hardest to fight Conor McGregor, and Conor obviously is all about the money, so he offered him a lot of money, $50 million, and a short little call-out video, maybe less than a minute, on Jake Paul's official YouTube channel, just talking a bunch of shit, just, saying stuff about him being Irish, talking trash about his wife, and just all these things that he's been a part of that were, dark things in his past. So really trying to agitate him. Now, if anybody is a Conor McGregor fan, they know that he's a loose cannon. He talks a myriad of shit, and he's done some pretty fucked up things. Like he did punch that guy in the bar in Ireland. Some old guy, like he offered him whiskey because Conor McGregor has a whiskey called Proper 12, and he was trying to give it to the people at the bar. And then this guy that looked like he was fucking 90, but he was 50 because that's how much he drank. and then he was like, "Nah, I don't want your shit." And then Conor just punches him. He's
Good.
done that. Conor attacked a bus because he thought Habib was on it, and then it got other fighters injured. It's a lot of fun. He did a lot of. It was pretty fucked up.
He attacked a bus.
He's so strong. He fucking actually flipped the bus over twice.
What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, this is bullshit.
Yes,
No,
Chris,
but-
it's bullshit. No one can flip a bus twice, you dickhead.
No shit.
No, but he did. He
the
took a
bus
dolly.
twice.
He took a dolly and threw it at the fucking bus. It shattered the glass, and fighters got injured. They had to cancel their fights.
So what?
He got arrested for it, and I think he just did community service because he's Conor McGregor or
Should
something.
have did worse.
Of course. But he
Should have threw a grenade in that fucking bus.
He just
God.
has
Grenade in that
grenades. Conor McGregor just walks around with
just-
grenades.
I don't unbelieve. Like, he could do it.
Do you know
That's
how
not
hard it
impossible.
Why
is
not?
to find grenades even in this country?
Probably not as hard as we think.
It's
You
harder
just
than
never
finding
look.
a fucking gun, my guy.
No, it's Chris.
You
Chris,
think finding a grenade is easier than finding a gun?
Yes, it's harder than fighting a gun, but finding a gun isn't hard.
I
Fighting
know.
a gun is hard.
That's what I'm saying.
like
That's why
finding-
even in this country was said. That's
finding
the,
a gun
that's the
is on-
implication of even.
finding a gun will take maybe 2% effort. Finding a grenade maybe 24% effort. Maybe
Bro.
24. That's the reach.
I'll tell you what. I have never seen a grenade.
Me neither.
Well,
Me
there you
neither.
go.
But I'm pretty sure you can find
But
them.
also, none of us have ever tried to
Tried
get
to
one.
get one. Exactly. The absence of evidence is the evidence of absence, bro.
All right, now shut up.
What do you-
I don't want to.
I'm right. That's the phrase.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I just don't want to get that technical. That's like we're not having a debate here.
That
Not
was
really.
that was some horoscope shit. Like, don't say
That's
that.
not. That's just how. That's what.
I don't like turns of phrases. I don't like turns of phrases. They're just dumb.
They confuse me.
God, you're such a fucking Taurus, you stupid bitch.
Oh my
Don't
god.
fucking. I am a Taurus actually, which is fucking gay.
Stop.
Don't say that to me again.
Stop it. This is not a conversation we're having.
So I just guessed right. That's pretty
Did
cool.
you know that? Did you know that I'm an ascending Leo?
Dude, I went into a porn shop in 2012, and this stupid... Yo, hold on. This is going somewhere. And it really will go somewhere because we need to talk about fucking porn. We do.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, okay.
But, in 2012, I went to a porn shop, and this dumb fucking clerk was like, oh, fucking, I'm horoscope shit. And I'm like, that's dumb. Like, I straight up told her, that shit's dumb. And I was just kind of she was just being stupid. But then everyone in the group that was there, she guessed all of their signs correctly, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? What's happening here? I actually felt assaulted because she got everyone right, and I didn't have an explanation for it. I felt, I'm like one of those sciencey fucks that are like, oh, fucking factual evidence and stuff, and then some churchy weirdo says some shit that I can't explain. I'm like, yeah, that shit's weird. I don't know. And then they're like, gotcha. And what can I say? I could have hit her, but
Sometimes the metaphysical makes sense as much as the scientific, bro.
But what would you say that was? How
I'd
is
be like,
she?
whoa, that's crazy, and I'd leave.
The odds of that, like statistically, like mathematically, was so slim, and then she fucking nailed it, and I'm like, well, what?
That is.
You know what? You know what it might be, Derek.
Look,
that might have some validity, dude. I hate to admit it might have some sort of ground, but
listen,
it might.
That makes me angry.
I have definitely met people who are inexplicably good at that shit, and it's a little off-putting. Like, there are people who are like really into that stuff, and it's like you kind of think like, oh, okay, well, this is just weird. I guess I'll just try to ignore this.
Yeah.
But then they just say shit, and it's like, there's no reason you should be. How are you this intuitive, despite like actually paying attention to like the star charts? Like
that's what I was like.
it's crazy. Like some of that shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've looked into this. Like, maybe it would almost kind of be like beneficial for me to trick myself into believing that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because like
yes.
those people are just so fucking confident, and it's like they're just like, yeah, this is just the way it is, and it always turns out right. Only because it is like self-fulfilling, but at the same time, it's like that's kind of all you need, right? I guess that's kind of like if
My girlfriend talks
Yes.
about that shit sometimes.
Yeah, same.
Even though she's a science major. She talks about shit like that. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. You're dumb for believing that. Stop talking about that. And she's just like, you're such a dickhead. And I'm like, no, you're stupid.
I'll say
You're
this.
stupid. That doesn't make sense.
I say the same. I say similar shit to my girlfriend. But she's right about a lot of shit, and it's like
Yeah,
confusing.
sometimes she's
it's
right.
Really
It's like, you're
confusing. I
such
don't
a
like
Taurus.
it. No, not sometimes. Very,
It just
very
makes
often.
you want to pop her, right? It makes you want to pop her one.
No.
Just a five
Bop.
across the eyes.
Bop, 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 bop,
I mean,
bop.
yeah, on occasion.
I got some fucking constellations for you, bitch, and then the bop.
I got something. You want to see stars, bitch? I'll show you stars. Bop, bop,
Damn it.
bop.
Oh my god, it's a fucking honeymooners episode. Let's
Bang zoom.
It has the what are the onomatopoeias?
Speaking,
now that
You're
would
hitting
get-
your wife and it's making the fucking.
that would get me.
onomatopoeias.
I would hit women for sure if it did that.
my god. Speaking of porn shops,
Okay.
there's porn news kind of in an interesting turn of fashion. What is it? Pornhub recently like they purged like
The vast majority of the videos on there.
yeah
What do you mean?
yeah like the overwhelming majority of videos that they couldn't verify. Which is like I don't know what the verification is, like what the
mean?
verification process is like on
dumb.
Pornhub. But
It's very basic, like, oh, prove you're real type of things that we would do to not get catfished. It's like that.
right.
It's hold up a picture of you, some bullshit. It's like that. They do that, and they want their people verified. But backing up a little bit, the whole reason why they're doing this is because they were getting so much pressure because of all the egregious, like, illegal stuff that was on Pornhub.
Well.
Like women getting trafficked, and then they were, without their consent, people were making videos of them after they were getting trafficked and stuff like that. And one thing that I found a little bit weird, because I was reading into this a little bit, somebody was like, man, I found like hundreds of videos like this within a few minutes, and I'm like, how do you know? I was like, how do you know this? Like, seemed a little sus to me, because I'm like, I've never come across this shit ever. And how do you know to look for this shit?
Yeah.
What do you know to even? It was a little bit. I'm like, what?
I think
At worst, every now and then I come across a little bit of gay porn when I'm looking for porn. I'm like, all
that's
right,
not
well,
like-
I'm too far down this rabbit hole. Let me reverse back. I never come across someone getting trafficked.
Kingston,
Like, that's it.
Kingston, my friend. I got to be real with you.
What happened?
I've never accidentally stumbled across gay porn.
I've definitely stumbled across gay porn. Genuinely not even looking for it. Like, this is 100% Kingston, not Sweeney. I've definitely just been clicking my way through porn and like, oh, that's gay porn right there. I'm just gonna back it up.
for you.
I'm gonna back it up. You know, I back it up. I don't watch it. I don't click it. I'm like, you know, let me just see what all the hype's about. You know, it just.
You're gay.
Look, guys, look. If I was gay, I'd have no
gay.
problem admitting I was gay.
Mm-hmm.
I would, in fact, I would take that and I would run with it.
Now say the lines. I am not gay.
I am not gay. I have racial women sex with men.
I don't know.
That was pretty good. It was just as aggressive as the other guy.
It was pretty
I'm
good,
not
yeah.
gay.
But yeah, I don't know. Like this, I don't know if I could really have a problem with this. There's so much porn in the world anyway. It's like even if you got rid of like probably like 80% of what's on Pornhub, you'd still probably have like trillions upon trillions of videos. So it's not like it's not really like a substantive loss, and it is ultimately for like a pretty reasonable. At the very least, like you know that. It's not a bad idea, you know? Like, it's pretty good, at least in its intentions. I don't know really what it means. I think the internet in general has a really weird relationship with sexual stuff. Like, I don't know if this is true, but I've seen some things on the internet where it's like Instagram is going to be purging, on December 20th, they're going to be purging, like, people who, like, post, like, sexy shit on Instagram and, like... And it's like, that's so weird because like Playboy has a fucking, like, you know, Playboy has a fucking Instagram, you know, where they show fucking nudity and shit. But like your average person who's like on OnlyFans can't do like just a generic kind of like a bikini shot on.
It's
that's
weird,
just so
dude.
fucking weird to me.
When it comes to sexuality in the internet, it's always been a fucking very, very, very weird, like pariah-esque thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to sexuality, period, in any form of media, in particularly in America, well, in the world, I'd say, period, it's always been very strange. Like,
It's very prudish, and it's
Yeah,
like,
I think what
don't
happens is
care.
the people that give a fuck, they're the ones that are loud, because everybody else is just watching porn and jerking off to it, and then the people that are talking about are the ones that are fucking, you know, the Paul Joseph Watsons of the world.
yeah,
He's like he's mad that his hands are too big to jerk off his little dick, so he's just fucking furious.
He's got to pat his dick because his hands can't get around. He's got to pat himself till he comes.
I can't fucking get it. It's so hard.
My
And
beautiful hands are the size of moons. And for me to grab hold of my penis is an impossible feat.
That's why he's so against pornography. It's like he can't jerk off because he's too in love with his own hands, and he doesn't want to
tarnish his own fucking
he doesn't want to desecrate him.
He's like,
look, there's a lot of porn, man. Like, it would be fine. Like, there's a lot of porn. You think there's more porn than proper cinema? Like, regular cinema?
Yes, obviously. No, that's not even... That's not
like,
even,
way more?
Absolutely.
That's... How would...
Because it takes no effort to make porn. They just set up cameras and fuck.
I mean, yeah, fundamentally.
I'll put it this way. You know, people often will just make porn for themselves. Like, straight up.
True.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, like, yo, my girlfriend has never come to me and said, "Hey, check out this feature-length film that I made." You know, like that's never something that happened.
Cool.
So it's like, yeah, there's definitely, without a fucking
movies.
shadow of a doubt, there's more porn than proper cinema. There's probably more porn than anything that is on the internet.
recorded?
There's definitely more porn of. Maybe.
So what?
No, I was gonna say like maybe websites. Maybe.
Yeah, but the
even
vast
that's-
majority of them are porn sites, though.
Yeah, exactly. But even that's
Crazy. It's true, man. I visit maybe 4 websites that aren't porn involved in my period. I visit maybe 4 or 5 websites.
Yeah, it was. You know, the funny thing is, well, I watch porns, and I know I'm sure I've talked about it on this podcast before. Maybe not, but I know I've mentioned it a bunch on the internet, saying that I'm not a huge consumer of porn because I'm mainly the guy that wants the girl I'm involved with, like, hey, send me some shit. Like, that's it's more of a personal thing than it's just, I don't know, a lot of focusing on random
that makes
women.
sense.
Yeah, it just focusing on random women doesn't really do it for me that well, especially unless, like I said, some of the amateur shit is pretty cool because I know they're genuine. But when they're acting, I can't suspend my disbelief. I can't do it.
Yeah, 4K. I know
it's bullshit.
Like the 4K scripted stuff is always like.
Kind of ruined it, bro.
This is like,
and then I can't do it. Like, I can't. It does nothing for me.
This is like I'm really close to watching HBO, but I'd rather just watch HBO. You know.
This is like Game of Thrones, but like with really intense anal sex and less dragons. You know. It's like
now maybe I could get into that with the proper like fucking tracks behind them. Like if you put like a good score behind porn, maybe it would get into it because I you know that's what really gets me into like a fighting scene. So maybe having a good like Hans Zimmer like with anal, that would be fucking dope, dude.
Fucking Danny Elfman, Mickey Mouse scoring a fucking porn.
That would be like the Batman the animated series and hardcore anal. I actually might get into it.
that'd be fucking wild.
Does the
I don't know what
Spider-Man-
I'd be paying attention to. I'm like, this is a fucking killer ass opening. Also, damn.
White guy's girlfriend goes to a black guy's house, and then the fucking Spider-Man 3 black suit theme starts.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yo, I'm sure that's happened. Guys, if you've seen that, please send it to us. Tweet that at us if you've seen that.
Tweet it at Sweeney.
Tweet it at Chris Raygun, some black guy, and Tom Sweeney. Right?
Yes. Remember that. Remember the at if you want to follow me is at Chris R Gun. But if the at that if you want to send porn to, that's at Chris Raygun on Twitter. Send all your porn to that at because that's a parody account. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They haven't done anything in years. So.
That's
I don't know. But that's a real thing. That's a real thing that's happening. They're fucking just they're purging all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's probably for a good reason. I don't know. It's like it's one of those things where Pornhub is so big that it's like I wonder how effectively they can even do that. But
well, apparently they fucking just did it. I mean, they just wiped all that shit and then essentially, and this is the thing, a lot of the stuff that existed before, you could come back, but you just have to be verified. And so essentially, it's easy. Some people are bitching about the verification. It's too easy. Which is, to me, it's stupid. I'm like, relax, guys. You're not going to get fucking everything that you want. Nothing's ever going to be 100% secure. Just like, say, even if you decriminalize drugs everywhere, there's still going to be a black market of some sort. But we do still need to decriminalize it. But anyway, the only thing that I see negative is the sex workers are concerned. Because obviously, it was not obviously, MasterCard and Visa pulled them being able to do transactions with PornHub. And so there's been pressure with other sites. So say, for example, what if that happens to OnlyFans or something? And then a bunch of people are going to get boned. So that's the negative stuff that I've seen.
That's pretty fucked.
Yeah, it is, because to me, it's like, dude, they're just payment sites. They're not supporting trafficking. They're just like, there's a side effect, which is something very negative that's happening. But fucking, what is them pulling the support?
Yeah, it's actually more likely to kind of. I would imagine it would kind of increase the likelihood that trafficking spikes, because like the whole reason that OnlyFans is as popular as it is because people get to do it from the safety of their own homes and they're their own bosses. And if they're like suddenly like not allowed to do that, then they have to almost inherently find a middleman, which is like never a good thing. Yeah, especially in that field. So it's like I don't know. The motivations of that are that's pretty fucking dumb. Like if you actually care about, like if you're at one of those companies and you're pulling support, like you don't actually care about the issue. You just
not even a little bit.
Yeah.
No, they're probably mad because they're like, fuck, we were making a lot of. They get a kickback by doing transactions working with these companies. So they're like, fuck, man, like there's another, and especially Pornhub, imagine how big of an ad revenue stream that would have been, or was, because it's so insanely popular. And I don't know, man, it's pretty weird, but it'll probably, I would say within the second quarter of 2021, the porn, it'll rise exponentially. It'll probably get like 5,000% more videos on Pornhub just because of people going to be playing a lot of catch up. So yeah,
nice.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens with that. And what else we got? Oh,
have any of you asshole? I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
No. Go on before. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say because personally, I haven't played Cyberpunk. Did you guys play it? You guys played it?
We both have it.
Yeah, I just want to know what the hell you guys think, because I've seen what people are saying. I don't usually buy games this early when I know they're gonna be fucked up. But if I know people are gonna, I'm curious. I'm curious to see, because I haven't talked to anybody personally about it. I've only seen the ramblings on the internets about it.
It's not meant for the older consoles. It's just simply 100% was not meant for those consoles.
Yeah,
They can't do it. It's really bad.
The thing with Cyberpunk that's so fucking fascinating, right? This is a game that is essentially 3 different games. You have the best version of the game, which runs on like high-end PCs that very few people have access to, that has like ray tracing and fucking runs super fucking well. And there's like occasional bugs, but like kind of like forgivable ones, like stuff that would happen in any given like Fallout game, but like the game itself is actually better.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's like a buggy, brilliant thing. And then you have like PS5 and Xbox Series X, like the newer generation of like the next gen consoles, which still a pretty good game, not perfect. Hitches a little bit. Like the Series X has this thing. The Series X, which is where I'm playing it on, has, oh my god, I said Siri.
Siri?
That's funny. And it runs pretty well. It's like 60 frames and like pretty much no glitches. But like I've noticed like twice in like however long I've played it, it's like just frozen for like 10 seconds, but then it'll just kick back up. It's like, oh, it's weird. So it's like, that's like a pretty good game that's clearly unfinished. But then you have the fucking PS4 and Xbox One and like the base consoles. Do not get that game on those machines.
They can't do it. It's insane.
It looks like, did you guys ever see gameplay of Witcher 3 on the Switch?
I didn't even look into it.
So
why would you buy that?
Well,
why would you buy that?
I don't know. Like, well, they put it out, and it looks terrible. But like, I think if you're just the kind of person who's like, wow, I could play Witcher 3 on the go. That's kind of cool. Then you're probably not going to mind it too much. The Switch is already like not a console you buy for the power anyway. But that game looks on the Switch. I'll put like screenshots of it here for the video version. It looks like a fucking muddy, blurry mess.
It looks like Minecraft.
And that is how Cyberpunk on PS4 and Xbox One look exactly like The Witcher 3 on Switch. It's muddy, it's blurry, there's like all this like weird texture fizzle in like the distance. It looks like a fucking watercolor. It's like plugging an N64 into a 4K TV. It's really bad. It's not good.
Sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks because it's hard to talk about that game because it's just 3 different games, just straight up.
It sucks.
Just depending on what hardware you're running at, because
I have it on the PS5 personally, and it's been running. I ran into one glitch where a mission didn't continue,
Yeah.
And that was the only glitch I ran into for after like 3 hours of gameplay.
It's
And I was
bugged.
like, this is fine.
It's a buggy mess, and there is no next generation patch available yet. Right now, like the next
You're
gen,
playing the PS4 version on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X.
You're essentially playing the previous gen version on the new machines, but it just kind of takes advantage of the hardware that's there, so it like runs at 60 and like higher resolutions, and it does run better. But it's just like, I don't know. I really like it. It's a great game, but I can't recommend it. Like I can't recommend it to anybody because
not in the state that it's in.
No,
right.
because I don't know what it's in. It's because it's so inconsistent, even on the platforms that they're on. You know, like one person's Xbox One version could run kind of better than somebody else's Xbox One version. I've had problems with the like minor issues with the Series X version that other people haven't had, and it's just unstable. Is the best way I could put it, which is kind of like not the worst thing, because there are definitely games like Anthem, right, that come out and they're just wrong, like from a design philosophy, like from the dough of the fucking cake.
The
you know,
game,
like,
the core game is just trash. Like,
fucking
yeah.
broken.
Whereas this feels like the best way I could put it is like there are occasional games that will come out unfinished, but will eventually get good. Like I think of like No Man's Sky, and No Man's Sky released like a Lego set that just had the floor, you know, and you had to go like, and you had to wait a while for like the actual Lego pieces to like come out, and like so you could build a pretty good Lego set. Cyberpunk is like a completed Lego set where none of the parts fit quite right. It's like really close.
It's like Mega Blocks. They're rounded.
Yeah. It's like once that experience gets kind of like smoothed out, like there's nothing in the core design of the game that will be a problem. It really is just stabilization and getting shit to run well. And obviously, like in like 3 years' time on PCs, this is probably going to be nothing. But
even in consoles, I feel like they're gonna patch it on console to it works fine.
Yeah, but
at least on the newer ones, so it works works great, and the other one is gonna be just fine.
But
they look bad, dude.
Yeah, it was bad, but I would wait. Is if that's what people are trying to like figure out here, I would definitely wait.
Yeah,
I would say to the people that are genuinely angry, I really think like I am a little shocked that they haven't learned their lesson by now. But I really just want people to. It's the reason why knowing that Mass Effect Andromeda is going to be a disaster. I bought it and played it on the day one because it's Mass Effect. Like I had to do it. Mm-hmm. I had to do it. But barring that, if you see the signs, it's like, hey, I'm just gonna wait. Everybody has games to catch up on. Yeah. Everyone does.
We all got a backlog.
Like, everyone.
True.
So it's like, hey, just play your other shit. Wait for it to come out to where it's like, hey, we've had fucking this many patches. People say it's running smoothly. Buy it and then enjoy the fucking game, man. Like I'm like, come on. At this point, man, you know they wanted to delay it again, but they felt the pressure. You know they wanted to. It's
100%.
Like, yeah.
I honestly don't think they wanted to release it for the older consoles, man.
Oh, fuck no.
I would say
no.
They
definitely didn't.
believe they wanted to.
They definitely didn't, but they had to because it's the biggest market right now.
Yeah.
Like that's
at a
like
certain point, they were just like, this is not going to be able to really run well on those consoles.
Like the biggest market is obviously PC because like, you know, everybody, like if you had one, you just sort of have it in perpetuity and you just have to consistently upgrade it. But like even like, dude, I know some people with like masterclass rigs who are having like, you know, this is the new Crisis. You know, this is going to be, this is, it really is. It really is like, this is like, hey man, your PC's pretty good. But can it run Cyberpunk? I feel like that's definitely going to be a thing because it is super fucking impressive. Even the kind of like gimped version that I'm playing on fucking.
It's an ambitious video game, man. It's such a like even like Witcher. We all played Witcher. Witcher's such a full world. Now imagine that, but trying to get a scale of an actual city proper, and trying to do all that shit on that. Like there's like hundreds of side missions in that game, like hundreds, that leads you all over and up and down Night City. There's so many fucking things I have to render.
It's frustrating.
It's ambitious.
It's frustrating though because like I don't know, like they put out this statement. The biggest issue with this whole thing was not even that the PS4 and Xbox One versions didn't run well or that the game was like kind of glitchy on launch. Like that happens, and CD Projekt Red has proven in the past that they're able to just like, you know, they're able to put out a game and it's like, listen. this game from its design core is very good. All the parts are here. Might not be up to snuff necessarily, but like once it gets smoothed out, this is going to be a fucking critical darling. You can bet your ass on it. That's how The Witcher 3 launched really, really fucked.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, it became a critical darling, and nobody talks about that. But this has so much more eyes on it at the start than Witcher 3 did, that just people are just taking notice. The biggest issue isn't that it doesn't run well on PS4 and Xbox One. The biggest issue is that during the review period, they gave out codes for review, but they were only PC codes. And they weren't allowed, they didn't allow you to show any of the game-breaking bugs in the reviews. They didn't allow you to talk about how badly the game was running on base consoles. They didn't allow that, which is just deceitful. Like, that's just, there's no way around that. Like, I like CD Projekt Red. I like the game a lot, but, like, that is fucked. And that is to the degree where I think, like, I think it's, you know, if you got this thing on base consoles, I think you're entitled to a fucking refund. Like,
they are. That's what people are doing, man. But the whole thing is the refund process is going to get fucked up too.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're offering. At least they're even offering.
Yeah, I understand.
At least, I guess. You know
that is nice, but I feel like that bar is pretty low. You know what I mean? Like,
sure, it is. But
you
it's
should
there's
be
so many.
able to get your money back after you get something that doesn't work the right way. That's just how things work, you know.
After they deliberately hid the product from you, like they basically made it so you couldn't make an informed decision, and they did it on purpose. Because like it's not like they like, oh, we accidentally hid. Like, what? Like, nobody... They're not accidentally hiding the worst version of the game. Like, obviously. But, yeah, it's been a mess. But it's so frustrating because it's a game that I really, really like and I really want to recommend to a lot of people, but I can't. Just can't do it.
I just don't think they... I think, like, halfway through the year... they were like, we finished it for... When they first said they were going to release it, like, I'm sure they finished it for the newer consoles and PC. And then they were like, you still got to make it. And they probably thought that the market for the consoles that are coming out now would have not been fucked the way it was upon the initial projections. And then they were like, yo, we really don't want to do this for the older consoles. You know, like, we don't really want to do this. And then everything happened. COVID hit. Everything went to shit. And they were like, you still got to make it for these consoles.
I think they still wanted to put it out on those machines. I just think they weren't happy to do it. Because obviously, like, that is a huge market of people. Like, the new consoles would have been great, but... Like, even with PCs, you know, like, not everybody has a fucking, what is it, the 3080 Ti or whatever the fuck? That new graphics card. Like, not everybody has that shit. So, like, even most PCs are not going to be having a great time with this thing. Like, I'm on a fucking...
I bought it on PC. And I haven't played it on PC. I just played it on PS5.
Oh, well, I'm scared. I want to know. Well, yeah, I want to see what kind of settings you put on. Like, what can you... Because I even have... some games are just optimized so fucking shit. They're just so fucking shit. And just playing some basic stuff. I'm like, I have some stuff that can play decent fucking games. And I don't usually go on, like, say, ultra settings, but, like, say, like, a somewhat of a high, typically. I don't always go on ultra, depending. And, But, yeah, some shit.
I play everything on ultra.
Yeah, well, I am actually due for an upgrade anyway. But I just,
get a
like...
new graphics card.
Yeah.
I have a pretty recent one. Like, my graphics card is, like, I think maybe, like... a year old at most.
What is it? Well, do you know what it is?
I don't know exactly what my graphics card is.
You don't know what your graphics card is?
I don't know the exact name of it. I know it's like I just never checked. I knew that
you
like
never
when I was
checked what your graphics card is the whole reason you buy a gaming PC.
Oh, I know that, but I can't explain it. Like, I got my graphics card and I remember checking like, oh, this one is really, really nice. I checked all the reviews. I was like, oh, this one is super dope. It was like fucking like I think like $1,000 for the graphics card by itself.
Does 2080 Ti sound familiar?
I think it's not the ridiculous brand new one.
Not the 3080, no. Or the 30, whatever the fuck.
I think the 20. I think I do have the 2080i.
All right, yeah, that sounds right. I think you could probably run it kind of okay.
I could definitely run it. My computer like is really.
I'm on
really,
Leo.
really
I'm running like I got a GTX 980 right now. You know.
You have a strong rig. You have a really, really powerful rig. Computer wise, you don't have a strong GPU.
Kingsley, you shouldn't be digging this far in.
I'm really curious what's up.
Hold on, let me.
Okay.
RTX
Okay.
2070 Super. There you go.
Oh, 2070. Yeah, okay.
Oh, 2070. Okay.
That's not a bad one. Yeah, all right. Get your mic back.
You said you had 32, right? You had 32 gigs of RAM as well?
I have 16. I have to get 32.
Oh, it's 16. Okay. I only have 16 as well.
But my computer runs everything like a fucking beast. It's just quick. Everything is instant.
That's because you have the fucking i9, right?
Yes, I do. I know I have. I have the i9.
Yeah, I'm still on i7, but I'm fine with that though.
Bro.
I'm fine with I'm okay. That's like At a certain point, I'm like, how much faster does it need to get? Like, it's fucking. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. Like,
I just got to get like the only thing that I need to do right now is just like get my computer just full of SSDs. Like I just because I have
yes.
I have one terabyte SSD, and then
Same.
I have one hard drive that's just a separate one.
I have
also.
I have a 1 terabyte SSD, and the only game installed on it is Cyberpunk.
That's the issue. I need more SSD because one, I just have specifically for my shit like the Windows and stuff that's installed in it, and then I just use a fucking just a hard drive. But I definitely need a SSD that I don't have any near. I don't even know how much it is, but it ain't near a terabyte.
It's a lot of a terabyte, dude. This shit was a fucking pricey bitch. This is a pricey fucking thing. That's why when it broke, I was so sad. I was so mad the first time. I was like, I put so much money into it.
You're having all these fucking Chinamen build it, man.
It was Americans.
They're just sure, whatever.
Sure. I was
okay. Go ahead.
No, I was so furious when I got that 2080 Ti and it was broken. It was like the only thing that I really needed. Like
oh
like,
yeah.
I don't know. Frustrating, but
okay. Speaking of storage, dude, the PS5 storage is so fucking pathetic, dude.
What do you mean, 1 terabyte?
Dude, it's not even a terabyte, man.
Oh yeah, because like the OS.
Oh, because of the system.
The OS, everything. It's like 812, dude. I have unironically like 6 games on there, and I had to delete games, and I was like, well, I have Red Dead, which is obviously is Red Dead, so that's a fucking whole ass escapade of a game. I have Spider-Man, Final Fantasy, Ghost,
fucking
Sekiro,
Red Dead is
like
Red Dead is like fucking 190 gigs.
It's still over
190 on PS5.
It's still over 100.
Hold on, wait.
That.
Is it over a little over 100?
It's 100. It's 100 on. It's 100 on PC. It's
then it's probably 100 then. Yeah.
100 fucking gigabytes, dude. What the fuck, man?
Do you know it was 100 gigs that had no business being 100 gigs? Gears 5.
Was it really?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
And I was like, get this fucking stupid game off my... Like, I can't believe it does not need to... Game looks pretty, but Jesus, it just... You just walk in a straight line and shoot stuff. Like, how the fuck is it 100 gigs?
Gears 5 is a pretty fucking game, but
like,
but there's no reason why it needs to be fucking...
All that fucking ice interaction in that game is crazy, dude. Even I played it and I was like, this game is fucking great.
I should play that again. It's been a minute. I actually liked it.
But
I deleted it for that reason. Actually, now that I think about it, I was like, yeah, this is so big. Like, I just.
It's nothing worse than Call of Duty, dude.
Warzone
is such a big game.
Call of Duty is bloated.
Really?
Warzone is such a big. Warzone by itself is gargantuan.
Yo, you know how hilarious? Isn't it fucking hysterical that like at the beginning of like when PS4 and Xbox One were new, I remember I remember like Titanfall or like Titanfall 2 was like 40 gigabytes, and people were like, that's fucking ridiculous. That is insane. My hard drive's going to fill up in an instant. And like now it's like if something's 40 gigabytes, you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, like,
thank God
cool.
it's fucking 40 gigabytes.
Cool, good. That's awesome.
That's how I felt when I got Sekiro, man.
1,000.
When I got Sekiro, it was like under 20 gigs.
Yes.
I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing.
Sekiro is small, dude.
Sekiro is so small and it's so good. Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5 is like 35
64.
gigs or something.
Not 64.
No, it's 64. The PS4 version is 64.
And the PS5 version slightly less.
No, it's significantly less.
Slightly less, dude. I checked last night. Slightly.
I don't know. They added something to it then. Oh, maybe because they added there's a performance.
Did they make them blacker?
No.
They render
They made it more nigga-ish.
4K blackness.
You just they had to have an update and you play as a gorilla. And you're just like, what?
No. Dude, that would break the world. The world would fucking stop.
You play as a gorilla with a Puerto Rican flag shirt on. And I'll be like, yo, are they talking to me? Are they insulting me right now?
The world would fucking riot. The world would
the planet
crack.
would halt, dude. If he had a fucking it was a gorilla with a Puerto Rican fucking shirt on, bro. That says "Hola, amigo. I heart New York." I'd be like, God damn, dude. Sony is the GOAT. I would defend them. I'd fight for Sony.
I would. Okay, so obviously I would think it's so brazen I would laugh, but I would just be afraid of the backlash, man. It would be catastrophic. What is Chris pointing at?
Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, PS5, 39.05 gigabytes.
Really? It's literally more on my PlayStation. Let me check.
What?
Unless I'm tweaking. I said 60 something last night.
I promise you it didn't. I promise you that's the PS4 version, dude. Because that's exactly what I remember.
I know I deleted the PS4 version.
That's exactly what I remember. Because do you remember? You were like, why is this bigger?
That's true. I thought it was much bigger. I could have been seeing things wrong. I am also dyslexic.
It's much bigger because like the SSD allows it to. The SSD allows it to stream textures without repeating it, so it's like you don't need to fucking waste. What the fuck did you just say?
He said some fucking vile shit, obviously.
But
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I don't know.
mind me. Don't mind me.
You're absolutely right, Chris. 39.5.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like your version wouldn't be arbitrarily more.
Just much larger than yours.
Yeah, for no reason. They did add. I gotta play it again because they added. They added this. You can play it at 60 frames with ray tracing now.
Yeah, you can. I saw it.
Which is pretty crazy. That's
They
fucking
tell
wild.
They tell you about it in the game because if you had the PS4 version, it updates you. It's like, hey, there's another version you can play if you already have this one. And then when you open that one, it has a different menu side. And I was like, oh, that's really fucking cool.
All right. So I think we got most of what we got. Let's move on to some questions, huh?
For sure. Let's stop talking about the game stuff we have and everybody doesn't have it. It's really unfortunate. Sorry, guys. Sorry to reflect our gaming stuff in front of your faces
Yeah, it's a
when you guys don't have
little
it.
obnoxious. But,
It is very...
All right, let's start with Jose Horich or Horach. I always, man, poor guy. I just can't get his name right. Hi guys. So I'm a couple weeks late on this, but since I just discovered it exists, I'll figure I'd ask you now. Did you see the G4 reunion special that was released on YouTube? It was a bit cheesy, but I loved it. The chemistry between Kevin and Olivia was exactly what it was years ago. Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler together as well, even though Adam is a colossal douchebag on Twitter. He blocked me on Twitter, Adam Sessler.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of your sacred symbols and shit? You
No, it was way before that. This is this is like the blockchain days.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So yeah, I saw it only because I got this question. I didn't realize I didn't even know they did this.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. Like I loved G4 when I was a kid. Like it was just the weirdest fucking. It was cool. That was the first time that I really remember seeing like video games outside of like
Video games.
Yeah, like a video game store.
Yeah, outside of like magazines, really. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I have a huge nostalgic spot in my heart, and it was nice seeing like even if Adam Sessler is a dick, like I still have like nostalgic positive memories towards that dude for X-Play, and fucking Kristen Holt was there, which was like, oh shit, cheap.
Is Olivia Wilde still hot?
Olivia Wilde.
I imagine.
Oh no, Olivia Holt. Whatever her name is. Olivia, whatever.
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn
from Attack of the Show.
Oh, that's hot. From Attack. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's still gorgeous. Yeah.
Fantastic, dude. I remember
they're all
she's
still
crazy fucking hot.
They're all still. They've all aged remarkably well, except Adam. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. I really appreciate G4, and I kind of miss that, even though I know that there's no reason for that to exist now.
Yeah, just the world does, like everywhere in the world does the shit they used to do now, but like it's just. I remember watching them, and I remember watching a game like E3 on G4. Yeah. I remember that from years ago, before we started. Like, I remember that was before, because I remember the first one we watched together, we were like in 2013, we watched it together. That was the first one we watched together, and then it became the routine of all of our friends gathering and watching it. I remember 2012 was the last one I watched, by myself at least.
Yeah, I had a tradition all the way since fucking 2007. Like, I would gather my friends together, and we would be like, hey, let's meet at my place, get some pizza, get some fucking sodas and shit, and we'll just fucking watch E3 the whole day. And that's what we did for fucking years.
It's crazy.
And it was a lot of fun, man. G4, I think it was on Spike for a little while too.
Well, on Spike, then I went to G4.
But yeah, like it was a cool shit. The reunion special was kind of nice, but you know, I don't know. It was just nostalgic to me. And I don't know what else to say about G4.
Damn, man. Toast to the old times, man. Old gamer alert, bro.
I understand that it's nostalgic and it's only natural to kind of feel a little bit more connected to your youth, but I sincerely think that like 2007 to like 2013 were pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just remembering it like fondly because everything sucks now. But I feel like technology-wise, I feel like it was pretty cool, and it was like it wasn't so like video games weren't as huge, but they were still pretty fucking enormous. G4 and shit was still around, so it was like you had that to look forward to. YouTube wasn't like an algorithmic fucking shithole.
YouTube is the only thing I look at now that I feel really, really, really kind of just like sad in a way looking at how YouTube is now. Like I remember when YouTube was just like, I remember when it was just stupid fun, and then it became like people's jobs eventually, and then it was at a point where it was just like content was like everyone loved making content. It was like what everybody did. People did it for a living. They were like really passionate about it. Everybody wanted to make great things. And then I feel like in 2015 or 2016, something like radically changed. And like all the people I loved that like used to make content, just like you could see it in their faces. They were like,
well,
I don't even think it was that.
To the, what do you think it is?
No. I agree with what you were saying, but I don't even think it was 2016. I think it was actually a little bit later. I think it was after all the Adpocalypse stuff and after
sure.
Like after, because like in 2016, like there were definitely like people who were like kind of like grifting or people who were like just kind of spamming garbage, but you know, I feel like even the stuff that was spammed back then was a little bit better. Like you know, like you had like fucking I don't know, like Game Grumps and shit like that, which is like, yeah, this is like just a daily spam, but at the same time, it's like these are like funny people. You know, but now it's like David Dobrik buying like a Jeep Grand Cherokee for some fucking kid like every day.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is barely even content to the point where it's like, it's almost like the content that you see on a lot of people's YouTube channels now is this, it's almost like the ads that pop up on mobile games where it's like, this is so substanceless and just fillery, and I just don't even know what the purpose is. Even people who I really, really like, you know, people who I've had pleasant conversations with. I respect their work ethic. Like I'll see like, oh, this person has like 3 new videos today, and I'm like, there's no way any of these are worth watching. Like there's just no way. It's just inconceivable. There's no such thing as a person who posts every day and a person who makes good shit. And it's like, I don't know what. I mean, unless they have like a full-on editing team, you know what I mean? Like, unless it's like, I don't even know, like Philip DeFranco or somebody who has like, he's got like staff and shit.
Well, if they have like a purpose for like, hey, this guy is informative well enough to where I could watch him daily, other than like, say, if you're just trying to be entertaining, because I don't think he's entertaining. I think Philip DeFranco is fucking not
he just
funny.
He just does.
He's like tries to make jokes, and I'm like, just shut the fuck up and tell me what's going on. Like, it's
I like
that simple.
Phil. I like Philly.
I mean, I don't look. Well, look at I think I just have some back subconscious loathing because there was the whole DeFranco elite thing that I was like, wait, this guy was gonna build like a studio and shit, and then he just never mentioned it after. And I'm like, you want to say something, bro?
Yeah,
you want to tell me what's up? Like, you want to like you really seemed. You got a lot of money for it. I hope something happened. I just don't know.
Yeah, I still really don't know what that is. I don't think anybody really knows.
For me, what hurt me was that like I watch. I'm a huge. You guys know I love comic books, and Comics Explained. This guy that's literally a very sensible, very smart dude that just does comic book uploads. You know, comic book quick like read throughs. He doesn't bring any sort of copyright infringement, and he got copyright struck. That almost got his channel banned. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what?
Yeah. That's always been a problem.
And I was like, what? And it started happening consistently at a certain point. It started happening like all the time.
Oh, because they started realizing the revenue that you could collect. And I really saw how it works by when I signed up for DistroKid so I could start putting my shit on Spotify and whatnot. And my music and all that bullshit. And there's this little thing that you could tick. I think you pay just a little bit of change, and then they'll take anything that you say is yours, and they'll take a little cut, and then you'll get like all the revenue from it. So people pretty much just do things. There's agencies now where they just act like that, or hey, claim everything that is ours. So UMG or whatever, they'll just do that shit, and they know that it's fair use or whatever. They don't give a fuck. They're just siphoning money. So now like all these things start kicking in everywhere. Yeah. And the thing we're talking about, like with the way that people are uploading recently, is that they're chasing the algorithm. Mm-hmm. And so whatever's the most popular, because I remember it didn't matter. It could be a long video, it could be a short video. If people liked it, it would go viral pretty much. Yeah. And I was just thinking about like when it came to like animated, like just like short videos and stuff. Like I was like, damn, I can't remember the last one. The last one that really went viral to me was Psychic Pebbles, like Get Out of My Car. Like that, like kind of blew up.
No, in fairness, that does still happen. It's a lot more rare, but I think that the most
Meat
recent
Canyon
thing,
It's not. Meat Canyons is steady. Like it's great. It's steady, but it's not like say on the. I'm talking about like 10+ million views.
I know what you mean. Like it's not not every one of Meat Canyon's videos does that. But
sure.
But that Bugs Bunny one I think exploded. That was one that was like fucking
the first one exploded, and then the second one involving Bugs Bunny, where they took him, it exploded for a little while to the point it got removed. I remember it was exploding for a while. And it was insulting a huge company that probably works at YouTube a bunch.
That was the last like animation, like short animation that I can remember. Like, so it does still happen, but it was a lot more common.
You're right.
It was a lot more common back in the day. Like if I made like one of my like Social Justice the Musicals, those were short, right? Those were short, like maybe 2 to 3 minute videos, copyrighted songs. You know, they somehow always just exploded. Always.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. And they were exploding up until like 2018. Like the last one that I did exploded as well. But it was after that I started noticing a lot of like the kind of shift towards like, oh, okay, I'm going to do everything daily. And like, you know, all these like, that was when streaming started to happen too. Like a lot of people just sort of like streaming for like 9 hours.
Yeah.
And,
long
just
form,
kind of,
it's all about watch time now.
Yeah, it was all about watch time. And like, you know, I don't know, like if I made a musical today that was just as good or better than the shit that I made in 2016, 2017, 2018, I would not explode. You know, it just wouldn't. Like it wouldn't get even near that. So it's like what's really it's a little depressing because it's like not even necessarily because I'm a little bummed about it. It's really just like I don't know what YouTube even is right now. You know, like, I don't know, like, I used to think of it as, like, kind of like a discography almost, where, like, okay, I'm going to make something and it'll be, like, you know, it'll be, like, this kind of event thing. Almost like a JonTron video, you know? Like, when a JonTron video comes out, people kind of, like, stop, and it's like, oh, okay, there's a new JonTron video. But now it's, like, it's almost stupid to do that, because you could just play Among Us every day.
Yeah,
and get some guy to and get some guy to like edit for you, and then just make bank and like pay off your fucking mortgage and like what the YouTube has very little incentive for
particular styles.
It has very little incentive for passion and all incentive for work ethic. Basically, like you have to have the perfect marriage of you have to have just enough care about how much work you put into like making stuff, but not so much that you care about how good it is. You know, it's very weird. Like I can't.
It's a weird line.
It's a very weird. It's a very weird platform now. I have more fun streaming. Like I just have more fun streaming and even just doing the podcast and stuff because it's like
I love YouTube and I really want to do YouTube stuff, but every time I talk to people who are like content creators, they're like, "Yeah, dude, it's not worth it. Just stream."
No, you should stream and you should just fucking upload VODs, man.
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me to do.
That's what I've been doing on my channel right now. Like, I've just been streaming. I've streamed, like, 3 times this week on my channel. And it's done fucking great. And I could just, like, you know, edit those VODs into, like, a fucking proper video. And then it's, like, whatever, you know? It's not necessarily a big project, but at least at the very fucking least, like I can make some money that way. I can like make those projects like when I want to.
It's working. It's crazy, man.
It's nice. It's lucrative. It's easy, and that's when I had my podcast for a little while. It was a solo podcast, and that's exactly what I was doing. I'm gonna release this, and then I'm gonna cut little segments, and then that's what moving forward. My main channel is gonna be for that. It's just gonna be. And then I'm going to start streaming on Saturdays again because I used to stream on Saturday nights. And so I'm just going to stream on Saturday nights and then podcast material on that channel. And it's just going to be like a fun thing that people can put on in the background while they're fucking eating or
That's
begging,
the thing. My friends told me that.
Whatever.
My friend told me that. She's like, yeah, dude, just get whatever you can to your YouTube channel, like past certification point, and then just stream on there. Do like double streams on there and Twitch, and you'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
because you can do the restream stuff where you can stream on both at once.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah, not bad. All right, let's get into some more questions because we talked a lot about
All right.
YouTube. Dylan Van Voren wrote in. He says, let me delete this previous question so it's not in my way. He says, how's it going, Mini Spawn, Wario Judah, and Coco Bandicoot simp? Was there ever someone that either of you three respected, like a YouTuber, actor, musician, etc., whose shitty behavior made you guys want to stop supporting them and their work altogether? My friend and I have been debating to continue being fans of this theme park YouTuber who's been a dick to both of us, especially after my friend, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know theme park YouTube was a thing, but I guess all right.
Yeah. Like reviews, I guess, probably.
Maybe, yeah. That's interesting. People review theme parks. It's fucking fascinating. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would take a bit, you know, like...
For me, I know who one is.
What?
Eagle Raptor.
What? What did he do?
He used to be so fucking cool, and then he kind of just, like, really changed who he was.
I don't know, yeah, I don't know.
He kind of just was, like, really, like, one kind of guy back when they were on Game Grumps, and then he just became, like, really not that guy he was when he was on Game Grumps, and just like, oh.
Interesting.
You're different now.
I don't know.
I haven't really paid attention, so I can't even comment on that.
I haven't paid attention either.
Yeah, I was just like, I remember that guy with the Metal Gear or something. Or,
yeah, Metal Gear Awesome.
Yeah, Metal Gear Awesome. No, and then like,
I know.
I remember him doing some bullshit where he would like fuck around with like, I think like it was like some Star Wars things where he was like fighting himself or something. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that shit.
Because he had his fucking ridiculous face. I remember it. Yeah. Those were pretty good.
That's what I remember. Like I was like, that's that guy. And then I kind of forget that I'm following him, and every once in a while something's retweeted by him. I'm like, who the fuck is? Oh yeah. Like I forgot. Like I don't even know. Like what the hell does he do now? Like what is he, like a dick or something? What's wrong? with him?
No. I think they're still doing Game Grumps.
Yeah, I think he's still doing Game Grumps, but
Which is crazy.
Yeah, but like
it's not
like what.
Game Grumps like it used to be. It's just very much so, not even slightly.
I mean, that's just what happens when
What it
things
used to be.
are around for a long time. Also, you know.
That's true.
Maybe he's jaded. Maybe he's like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Who
everybody's
else can I
jaded
think of
at this
that's
point.
someone that's just like
God damn.
changed.
I can think of a lot of people that I used to stream with and stuff, and like just
that group.
a myriad of people just suck. Like,
Yeah.
like too many. It's weird. Too many of them are just vastly different and fucking out of their minds.
Yeah, like I could say like one is like Chris Reagan. He was like once upon a time he's like very far right like guy. Then all of a sudden became like a communist bitch.
He's a
along with you too and Shoe on Head. I don't know what happened to everybody. Everybody was like very much so like cool. Then it became like communist dickheads.
Yeah, I talked to Vosh one time on a stream, and now I'm the biggest commie ever. Or it's so weird how that works though. Like oh yeah, that was nice to meet that guy. He was my impression of him was kind of shitty before, but I never talked to him, and then had a little interaction with him. He seemed pretty chill. I checked out some of his videos, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
all right,
it's totally fine.
And then, oh, you commie cuck simp soy boy. I'm like, okay.
It's so weird. Sometimes I literally sit up in my room at nighttime and I think about the fact that a podcast that I'm a part of was on a far right list. There's moments where like I'm just playing Destiny and then I just put my controller down. I'm like, I have a snipe lined up. I'm about to blow someone's fucking brains out, and I'm like,
that's
far right.
Hey yo, those I don't want to look at. I want to make this clear too, because I got another message from the contrivance people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I want to make this clear. There's no beef.
Oh yeah, don't harass those guys.
No,
leave
there
them
was
alone, guys.
because I mentioned it in my latest video because I made a video about that list. Like, am I far right? You know, just anyone doesn't know. Somebody made a research paper, and then they use this YouTube algorithm that fucks everything up because it's YouTube. And put a bunch of people that have no business being far right, and they're in the far right column. And I just mentioned like, oh, this is very similar to when these podcast people did that, and I said that like, oh yeah, we thought it was funny. And then some people, I guess, still reached out to them. So one of the guys commented on that video, and he sent me a message on Twitter, and I was like, dude, like, I'm sorry if anybody said anything to you. Like, I specifically said it was funny. It was just to be like, oh, what a coincidence that this is happened again. You know?
Don't
Don't bully people, guys.
It's
Come on.
honestly, it's fine. Like, it's not a bit like they had an assumption about us, and it was wrong, and that's fine. Like, people have assumptions about shit all the time, and they're wrong. It's fine.
Literally, it happens.
I thought
Don't be dicks
Cyberpunk
to
was
them.
going to work, you know? But
I thought Barack Obama was telling the truth about change.
Yeah, no, exactly.
We all get led astray. It happens.
I don't know. Like I've been called far right so many times at this point that it's like I really do find it amusing because it's like it's never really gotten in my way ever. I remember seeing like this tweet a while ago because I was like every now and then I get curious and I search my own name on Twitter just to see what people are saying, and I saw this like list of problematic people who everybody is fine with for some reason, and it was me, Call Me Carson, and fucking someone else.
What did he do?
I don't know.
What did Carson do?
I don't know.
Doesn't he just not bother people? Isn't he like unanimously known for just like not really bothering people?
What I saw was that like, oh, he's used ableist slurs. So it's like, oh, he just said the word retarded like a couple years ago when it was totally fucking fine.
Yeah.
That's honestly, dude, that's like, I don't
ableist.
That's so wild. But yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. And like, people they'll get their information from somewhere and then they'll just like see like, oh, this person's far right. It's like, okay, I guess they're far right. And they have no reason really not to trust it.
Yeah.
Like
no, I totally agree. I went to the post office today, and there was people, and I was laughing. They were talking about the Proud Boys, and they're old. They were old fucking people. They're like 50s and something, and they were talking about this, and me like, I know the organization isn't like, oh, we're straight up just some racist organization. Like say the way that the alt-right is or whatever. There's like things that are like, oh, hey, we're here to be racist specifically. Like, but that thing is, I don't know what, there could be racist people in the chapters or whatever the fuck. I don't really care. But like what they were saying, it was like, oh, they're definitively like, they're the KKK type. I was laughing, like listening to them. I'm like, dude, I don't know where they got their information from, but this is great. Like some people are like, these people are just the biggest pieces of shit. They hate you and they worship Trump, and I was like, this is great. Like I love hearing normies talk about shit that I had no idea they knew about.
Yeah,
because I thought that was like YouTube shit.
Honestly, I don't even know anything about the Proud Boys, if I'm being real.
I know very little about them.
I know that guy. The reason why I know it didn't start off, Gavin McGinnis started that shit.
Honestly, the people there. Okay, so there are people who were like milquetoast a couple of years ago, right? When they were on Twitter. Now that they've been like banned and excommunicated, they're on Parler now or whatever the fuck that other thing is.
He's on that shit.
Yeah, they're on that shit, and they're fucking losing their minds. It's the craziest screeds that I've ever seen. I might make a Parler.
That's good. She just made a Parler, didn't she?
Did she?
I think she just did.
What is
Parler?
Parler
We would have the same fucking idea.
Is Parler like?
I got a bone to pick with this fucking woman. All right,
you guys have the same fucking brain, bro.
It's really a fucking problem.
Ridiculous.
God damn
is
it.
Parler like for political people?
Yeah, Parler is for. I'm gonna put it as PC as possible. It's for people. It's for
canceled people.
Yeah, it's for people that want to say stuff that they can't say on Twitter, and you can say a lot on Twitter. Let's just say that.
Wait, you can say anything on there?
You're not going to like it because there's one specific demographic that's on there.
Dude, I would love to go in there and go to bat with them. I would love it. I would just say the most terrible. I love it.
Hold on.
They're not going to like you on there. I'm just going to say that.
We should make a joint Parler account.
The Snark Tank Parler account? We should do that. Yeah, we should do that. I love it, dude.
We're fucking 100% unequivocally going to be far right again. It's going to happen.
No, but we're going to go in there. We're going to go in there and just slander them.
Oh, you don't understand.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Sweeney.
The name, the Snark Tank is on Parler. Oh, they're clearly fucking far right.
Yo, we can put niggas at play on there.
I'm actually down with that. We can do that.
You can be part of it, Chris. You just can't say the title.
Okay, that's fine.
You just can't say the title. That's it.
Where's that play?
You can type it. It's fine, and no one's gonna know it's you because it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like, oh, it could have been Sweeney or Derek that typed this tweet. I don't know, and then you could just mess up a word and be like, that was Sweeney who did that. Just misspell a word or two. Like that was Sweeney who did that.
And we're gonna reveal at the end that every time the N-word was used, it was exclusively Chris.
It was just me. Oh my god!
Just you get that power and you change. I come in your room one day and you're fucking glowing. You're like flowing like Frieza does. you giving me power I never know I could have before.
This isn't
Yeah,
even
I
my
actually do
final
want to get on
fold.
Parler now. Now we're talking about this.
I think it'd be fun, dude. Dude, there's nothing funnier. Look. Now, in all realness, I would want to help people who have very bigoted and like very closed-minded views. Instinctively, I want to help them.
Yeah,
but like, if they just refuse my help, then I love to go to the making fun of them stage because that's what I do for a living. This is what we do on this podcast: is make fun of people.
Here's the issue. I agree with your sentiment, but the internet is not where that's done. Like you cannot convince like a racist person that they're incorrect on the internet. That is something like.
Also, if they don't want to be helped, they can't be helped. If someone doesn't understand that their views are degrees problematic, you can't help them.
Right, but like also just like problematic's like a meme word kind of. But
it is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like because like 3 years ago, like everything was fucking problematic.
Oh my god, what's happened to the world, bro?
Yeah, they ruined everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm totally down for that.
I would love to do that.
Let's fucking do it, man.
Problematic. The word to describe something. If something's a problem is a fucking meme.
I know.
Such a simple fucking word is a meme. A word that you need to use to describe things.
I know. The English language is being ravaged. Absolutely.
Fuck the internet, bro. Keep making me money though. Fuck.
I don't even know if we really answered that question, but thanks, Dylan.
Wait, what was the question? People. Yeah. Well, we don't need to drop. We don't need a name drop.
Yeah. There's no real reason.
There's a lot.
We could find him. We make fun of one of them all the time. He has big hands.
But yeah, I guess, there you go, big-handed Paul. Emmanuel Kunt wrote in: Do you think mankind's life would improve if men had more than one dick?
No.
For example, he has a whole fucking screed written out. One fertile, one infertile, one just for pissing, and a callous one for fucking inanimate microwaved objects, and one for. Oh, that's fucking meme shit.
See, now I'm on board.
You got a thinker.
That's a pretty big brain.
So wait, is that 4 dicks so far?
That's there's 4 dicks.
It's a lot of dicks.
I don't want more than one dick.
You'd have to find some way to distinguish between them, of course. E.g. by tying colored ribbons around them. How many dicks per man would be desirable, and how many would simply be too many? Listen, man, more than one is too many.
Think of it like this. Every time you get an erection, there's blood taken from other parts of your body and put into your dick, dude. If you had 5 dicks, five standard peepees, right? A lot of blood's gonna be taken from everywhere else and fill up those balloons, man. You know,
each time you're passing out,
you're gonna be.
You would
you're gonna be able to sit there with a fucking smile on your face and do whatever you gotta do while your dicks are hard, you know. Plus, the dick, the penis, the male sex organs are the antithesis of productivity. So if I could, after I get my girlfriend pregnant and we have kids, whatever, I would get rid of my genitals. I would get rid of my genitals. I would just get rid of them. I'm like, I don't need these anymore.
You'd be like a fucking Ken doll. That's gonna be so weird, dude.
But I'd be such a focused Ken doll.
Yeah, you see, look at you could.
I'd be such a focused Ken. I'd be like, I need to get things done.
Just fucking castrate yourself, man. That's good.
No, I'm not gonna castrate. I don't want to fucking bleed to death because I did it.
No,
I'm just gonna go to the doctor and be like, Doc.
will be cauterized, okay?
I'll be like, Doc, take it out, and I'd put me under. Put me under and get rid of them.
What are you just gonna sand yourself until it's just smooth down there?
Derek's gonna fucking get a fucking knife, cut himself, then get a fucking prodding iron and just fucking sear it close, sear the wound close.
That's fucking man shit, dude.
No,
that's manly.
Not. That's fucking barbarism.
Pussy ass anesthesia. That's fucking bullshit, dude.
That's fucking barbarism. That's fucking makeshift barbarism.
You're so out of touch with your fucking manhood and shit.
Dude, I'm very in touch with my manhood, bro.
Look, I am
maybe too much, bro.
Very much so. I touch my dick often.
Sometimes like Chris, while you're like just reading, while you guys are talking and stuff, I'm just thinking like, I can't wait to beat off after this.
I can't wait to beat my dick.
Directly after. Webcam's still on.
You fucking...
The webcam's... I'm gonna pull a fucking DSP, dude.
While the fucking webcam's on, you stand up, put your hand in your pants. And you're like, all right, I gotta go, guys.
That's a sincere fear, man. Like, because my setup right now is like, you know...
Your whole room.
You're seeing like whatever's going on, you're gonna see it. You know, like I gotta like every single day when I get off the webcam, I do one of these.
You do. I just
You do that
unplug
too?
my shit, man. Unplug my shit.
For me, I always exit it out, and I'm like, because my bed's to the side, so like if I'm just like over here if I'm doing anything. If my dick's out, I'm not in front of the camera, or I turn my screen a little bit to the side. Like they might see the feet doing a weird fucking spasms, but they won't see my fucking dick at least. My fucking toes going through the fucking motion.
Stop! Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my fucking
Christ
god,
almighty.
dude. Funniest podcast on the internet, man. You can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, we win. We won.
We win.
We're pretty dope, man. I've been hearing some shit like that, and it's weird. You know, like that type of sentiment. Like, oh my god, you guys are the fucking funny. I'm like, hey man, don't do that. You're gonna jinx it. You're gonna fucking jinx
it's
you will
fucking
ruin
weird,
it.
man.
If you keep that up, you're gonna ruin the show, and it'll be your fault, specifically the person who said that.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's weird with all the people that are like, you guys are my number one Dude, like hundreds upon hundreds of pictures of that is just the most unnerving thing.
That was crazy seeing when they were doing the Spotify
Wrapped.
when they were doing the
Yeah,
Spotify
dude.
Wrapped, and we were like I remember seeing us like ahead of some people that are like, what the fuck, that's crazy. It's crazy that anybody has us where they have us, you know what I mean? Like
My
it's still
girlfriend fucking told
incomprehensible to
me.
me.
She saw me on some sort of list. She was like, honey, did you see this? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she
weird.
showed me, and I was just like, okay.
Every time somebody says they're on a list, I automatically
Oh my god.
like my brain automatically goes like to the sex offender registry, and I don't know why.
that's way worse. I was thinking like no fly list. You know, you have a beard.
You're fucking
turban
known
type
member of
thing.
ISIS or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking you're on but that's way worse. Oh, you're
Not
on
a pedophile.
You're on the list that everyone wants to kill you, even baddies.
Oh my god! All
I think
right.
I'm on a no-fly list.
Hey, yo, shout out to Gerald Fogel. Shout out to
Jared Fogle.
Wait, what happened? I'm sorry, I blacked out for a second.
What do you
You didn't know.
think-
You said some wild shit. That's what you said. You said something fucking crazy.
Do you think that there is a recipe
To make someone a pedophile?
That's no. We went over this, right? Was it you guys that I?
I think we talked about
What is it?
Subway for a bit.
We talked
What
about
are you
how
gonna
Subway
say?
makes you a pedophile, right?
Yes, we did. We did
Yeah.
because we were talking about their their pastry bread. That's
By the way,
I can't do this. I can't do this right now.
hey man, put your fucking
headphones back on.
Let's
He can't even hear us.
Get your
He
ass
can't
back
even-
over
he
here.
can't
I
even
know
hear
he
us,
can't
this
hear us.
fucking
That's
idiot.
pissing me off. Get your fucking
sorry.
dude. Is there a stain on your shirt?
No, it's a logo.
It's a fucking Adidas symbol, dude.
It
It's
looks
just
like
yellow.
fucking mustard. It's fucking more piss. You just got a patch of piss on your shirt.
It's Adidas, dude. I know it looks strange.
Hold
It's
on,
so
hold
bright.
Hold on.
You pissed Adidas on your fucking
I
shirt.
want to see if there is an answer to this
Talent.
question.
Okay, what is it?
Do you think there is a recipe that Subway could concoct that would alleviate them, or that would relieve them of the responsibility of having had
Oh my god.
a pedophile spokesperson for years?
A recipe? Like it has to be
don't know.
so good. that
Yeah,
they're
like
absolved?
like if Subway came out with like a McRib, you know, like
Yeah.
would people be like, you know what? They're all right by me now, you know.
They're good.
I feel like people are already kind of doing that, even though they don't have a McRib. But like,
Yeah, I guess
they
so.
release Jared. Like they're that cool with it.
they're like,
That's all right,
Jared's
man.
fine.
It's
Like,
cool,
Jared's
man.
fine.
It's cool, man. This shit's so fucking good. Like, hey, man, you just get out of here. You know, water under the bridge.
How amazing would it have been if like that story happened and like Jared Fogle was outed, and then they were like, listen, we need a new spokesperson. Jared Fogle was just too in the dark. We didn't know anything he was doing. Very clearly, this is a mistake. We got to go for somebody more high society, more upper class, more wealthy.
chose Epstein.
How's this Jeffrey Epstein guy?
And they choose Epstein.
I knew exactly
And
where
they
this was
choose
going.
fucking
I was just like,
Epstein,
here
and
we
you're
go.
like, what the fuck? And you find out Epstein is the king of pedophiles, and they're like, do pedophiles? Are pedophiles the only people that look good to our PR group? Is there something wrong with us?
That is such a wildly amusing alternate reality that I can't.
Pedophiles.
Look, this might so I hope if this does not exist, somebody get on it. A subway with fucking, instead of it being Jared or whatever, make sure it's fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Like, you need some advertisement. We need a fucking poster and mock-up. And I will make it a shirt. Like, just personally.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking sell that shit, obviously.
It's not a bad. I mean, you could just whatever the fuck.
I will make that and wear it proudly. Just like I'm working on getting a really high resolution shot of Uncle Ben bleeding out so I can put it on a shirt.
God damn.
Yeah, I've been talking to people about the freaking what's called Bastion Head Joel.
Yeah,
See the Times Magazine tweet where it was the people of the year and it was Bastion Head Joe and shot Uncle Ben.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
Dude, it's oh my god, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Oh, please do.
It's
That's
so
funny.
fucked.
That's so wonderful.
I love that so much, man. There's so it's just I love because it's like such it's such a now thing with Bastion Head Joel. And then such a like nostalgic thing with Shot Uncle Ben. It's just a good marriage. Like it
is a good marriage of characters. I'll give it that.
Fucking bashed in head Joel.
Like beloved old figures that got just brutalized and
Just got their heads turned into fucking. One got popped like a balloon. One got fucking squished like a pinata. I fucking love it.
I can't believe I didn't see this. What the fuck, man?
Dude, it's so fucking.
Oh, it's
man.
it was Snark Tank was tagged the Twitter.
Oh right. Yeah, I gotta
Dude, it's
I gotta
so
fix
fucking
I gotta
crazy.
fix that fucking.
You gotta
Twitter account.
resubmit a thingy or whatever.
I know I'll just I'll just do it after I edit. I just got to remember it. You know what I've been doing lately? I've been writing like things down on sticky notes to remember to do them, and it's like way better for me than like putting it in like a notepad on my fucking phone where I never open the notes app. It's crazy.
True.
It's so much
totally,
better.
Yeah, it is. I'm on the same boat.
Anyway, we got what time we at here?
I don't know.
Bashed in
150,
head Joel.
but I think about like 4 minutes of that. We're at 1 hour 50, but I think 4 minutes of that was like Sweeney figuring out like what his graphics card was.
Yeah.
So
true,
we'll stop at like 2:05. So 15
Gotcha.
more.
So what's next?
So all right. So we got we got Hugger Derek, the Tom DeLonge stan, wrote in. He says, "Hello, all of you well-endowed fellas.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Thank you,
What
sir.
are some of y'all's favorite Christmas holiday treats to snack on during this time of year? I personally love eggnog and those chocolates that have orange
Pussy.
flavoring in them.
I was gonna say the same shit. Pussy. Christmas pussy.
God, man, we just
Munching and slurping and burping. Like
My
going in
mouth-
there.
Jesus fucking Christ.
fucking
You're a
fucking
fucking
licking and
animal.
laughing. Fucking big old belch afterwards.
That, my
That's fucking
God.
disgusting, dude.
Imagine
How does this guy have a girlfriend?
if we have any,
I don't know, dude.
Okay, hold on. If God... I don't know how likely this is, but if we have any female supporters on Snark Tank, please, if anything like this has ever happened to you, we want to hear this.
Yeah,
I want to hear this
agree.
story.
I
If
agree.
never-
someone
you've
has
never
ever
been-
gone down on you, dude, if someone has ever gone down on you and belched like a cartoon character eating a fucking hoagie, I want to hear that shit. I want to know exactly what happened.
100%.
I want to know the guy's name. I want to know the guy's social security number. I want to know as much about this person as
You
possible.
know how fucking unattractive, you know how unsexual a burp is?
Wildly.
Yeah,
That's someone fucking munching on a lady, then they sit up, look at her belch like Homer
burp.
Simpson, and it goes right back to doing what
right
they
back
were doing.
into there, and then violently shaking their head back and forth like this,
like eat a watermelon, like you're gonna eat the watermelon real fast.
like this competition, motherfuckers. Oh my god!
I'm losing my goddamn
Oh my
mind.
god!
Yo,
I'm getting too hot from wearing this hoodie and
oh
laughing.
my
and
god,
shit.
dude, I'm crying.
Oh my god, dude! There's at least one girl that's actually turned on by this. There's
Let's
one.
all stop.
There's at least
Fucking
one. She's like, that's what I
belch.
want.
A belch,
do it.
bro.
Do me like that, daddy.
Not a burp, a belch. That
Like,
means
yeah,
it comes
like-
from the lower stomach and it
All
comes out.
Like fucking Barney Gumble from fucking The Simpsons. Like just how he just you need one of those, man, and then let's do it.
Right into her vagina, bro. Right into the fucking vagina crevice.
Right into it.
Fucking echoes a bit.
Wait, what was the question? What do you like other than pussy? This guy said. This guy said like eggnog, like that made me so angry, but like I was so focused on pussy that I almost skipped over it. But do you guys like eggnog?
We're both Puerto Ricans, so we have a particular drink that is eggnog based. It's called coquito, and that's what we drink.
There's
eggnog based.
Yeah, coquito. Have you ever had coquito?
I don't think so.
It might be more. It's probably more Caribbean, right? Like I imagine.
I've had horchata, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's the closest
so
thing.
it's basically like, it's eggnog, it's milk, it's
coconut cream, right?
It's Don Q rum, clear, white.
Okay.
And some cinnamon. It's basically like an alcoholic horchata kind of.
I like
honestly.
all of that except for the eggnog. Like I'll
Eggnog
just take
is good,
that
dude.
part. Eggnog's fucking disgusting to me. But
I agree. I don't like eggnog by itself either, but
Really?
it is a good addition to the mix of things in that particular.
Like alcohol with eggnog tastes good, bro. I think
And
it
there's also
tastes
like
great.
what the fuck? There's like
I think you're brain damaged.
Coconut-
But, all right.
There's coconut cream in it.
cream of coconut, yeah, in there as well. It's a
think
good
it's
fucking
bomb.
drink, man. It's. I think you'd like it, but
Yeah, if you had all that shit in there, I think I'd drink it.
yeah, you don't really
It's
taste the
definitely
eggnog.
It's definitely an island savage. Islander savages like throwing spears at fucking things on the island. People drink, you know. It's definitely a savage's drink, but it's fucking bomb. For me, I really like personally, other than some nice drench and snatch. For Christmas, I really like gingerbread cookies.
Some snatching cookies, yeah.
I love gingerbread cookies. I like cookies in general, but like particularly gingerbread.
Gingerbread cookies are the driest. They're the antiest. Like
you've never had soft gingerbread cookies, bro?
Dude, soft gingerbread cookies are fake gingerbread cookies.
Then, bro, you either you
Look,
choose to have the dry ones that are terrible
it's made out
instead
of
the
real
good ones.
products, bro. When you have like real cookies, those things fucking turn into stone if you don't eat them in the first few minutes. Because
That's very true.
real. That's real.
true.
If you get all this soft ass shit, you're eating shit that's like fucking giving you cancer and AIDS combined.
So fucking what? I don't want to be here anyway. Give me everything, bro. Give me the
eat
fucking
less
1-2 combo.
pussy because you're gonna die quicker. You understand?
There's no way I can get less pussy. I'm always getting the maximum. Right now, my dick isn't even on my body. It's just getting pussy somewhere else, right? All right? All I'm doing is getting pussy, right? That's all I do.
Respect.
I'm sorry. Honey, you're going to look at this. You're going to see this on Thursday. You're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is
fucking
a
wilding. You're
joke.
wilding out.
They're with it, and I am too.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
Oh, pussy. Let's go. Some random dude wrote in. He says, "Hello, every short guy with glasses, Black Chad, and Mario Judah's long lost twin brother."
Chad, baby.
It just won't stop.
Yeah, it just won't stop. Is there a game you can't stand that everyone loves? I personally can't stand Mario 64. It's nearly unplayable to me. What, sir?
That game's so fucking just nice. It's
a
so
great
fabulous.
game. Don't get me wrong. Its controls have aged, bro. And if you play it now, you'll notice those controls definitely aged.
Obviously.
But it's still a good game to play. The camera angles are fucking terrible. But it's still a good game. It's still a good game. You cannot deny because it has some really good game physics for a Nintendo game in the fucking 90s. You gotta give respect to that, dude.
Yeah. A game that I can't stand that everybody. I don't know.
Call of Duty for me, dude.
What is it?
Call of Duty. I hate Call of Duty, bro.
Which one? Like just the entire franchise?
All of them.
No, I definitely disagree with that. I like some of them.
I hate all of them, bro.
I'm not like you talking about Warzone and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck about fucking. I don't care about Battle Royale, dude. I don't care. It's not. Look, people are. It's like repackaging shit. And people acting like it's a whole entirely new fucking concept. It drives me so nuts. I'm like, can we please be better? We can get better shit if we act like we're fucking grown-ups, dude. Like, but people settle for scraps. They settle for buggy fucking scraps and then. Okay, I'm just saying.
You had a moment.
I'm just saying. I want people. We could get better shit, man. If we're not excited about the most basic bullshit, it upsets me so much that there's this huge wave of like, oh fucking bitch night and fucking cunt zone, and I'm like, okay, dude, yeah, I've played other things that are very similar, but I just want better. I don't give me some guns that are like give me something. Give me something that's like, I don't know, man. I don't really see the difference. I really don't. Just put me in a different scenario. And I'm not hating on people that love that shit. I don't care if you like it, but just stop acting like it's fucking revolutionary, you know? Just be like, hey, this was cool. What's next?
Yeah.
What's next, man? Well, what's next? Don't give me another Call of Duty Black Ops Warzone zombie thing. Like we're just gonna put it all together, and then it's this. I don't know. Whatever, man.
For me, the thing about Call of Duty is every time I see that game get played, I don't feel like anyone's doing anything other than just like running around till they die. You know. Like, I don't feel like people are getting cool shots. I don't feel like people are using, like, really crazy strategy. Like, I admit, like, I play Destiny a lot. And Destiny it's a shooting game. And shooting does have a good portion of it. But a lot of it is, like, using your abilities to get advantages over people, you know? Using some sort of, like, strategy.
Enough. It's different enough, man. Yeah. Like, it's
like
not
Halo.
just...
Even Halo. Like,
it's not just military. Like, I get it, dude. Like, I get what to do. That's why I loved fucking Modern Warfare 2. I thought that was so, like, this is so fun. And then and the other games started coming out. I'm like, okay, it's basically the same thing. Like, I'm good. I'm good.
I think Call of Duty has the Pokemon problem, where it has a gameplay loop that's totally fine. Like, it's fun. And, like, I enjoy it when I play it for a little bit. But, like, after, like, an hour or so, like, I feel like I've seen everything that I'm going to see. I don't think it has anything left up its sleeve to show me, and I'm just like, at a certain point, it's like, all right, well, this is another one of these that's going to be like kind of the same, and it's going to be like slight differences, but like, I mean, like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I liked Modern Warfare 2 also. Like, that was the closest. Modern Warfare 2 is great specifically because it's the closest that I felt Modern Warfare, Call of Duty got to Halo, in the sense that, like, you had a lot of like custom games in fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 that were fucking off the ridiculous, like Michael Myers and fucking oh my god, there's so many that I don't remember the names of them, because like I never made them. I just like joined lobbies with people who played them.
For me, I liked One in the Chamber and Gun Game. I thought those were actually fun.
Exactly. Like,
those are actually kind of cool, you know.
There's stuff like that. There's stuff like that where it's like every now and again they'll throw in something that's like, this is cool, but like, I don't know. Like, I think Call of Duty is a game that overall I can, like, I understand, but it's not really for me, only because like when I see a game that looks like realistic and it's like it's supposed to be like a realistic military kind of affair, I'm just kind of hoping that it's Battlefield, you know? And I play Call of Duty and it's just not Battlefield. I'm like, I'd rather just play Battlefield, and if I'm looking for something that's a little bit more fantastical, then I'd rather play like literally anything else. And it just doesn't really, it doesn't fulfill any role that I'm not already getting fulfilled elsewhere. Like, it's not a satisfying military shooter, because Battlefield is better. Like, not 5. Battlefield 5 was terrible, but like Battlefield 1 is fucking great. I think Battlefield 4 is still pretty good too. You know, and if I want something that's not military based, or like something that has like really good shooting mechanics, there's like, I mean, Destiny's fucking great. I think Titanfall 2 is fucking great, you know. Like, there's all these other avenues that you can go, even fucking, honestly, like even something like fucking Team Fortress 2 and shit, you know, that's still cracking. CSGO, you know. I
personally don't like CSGO that much anymore. I think that game is very stagnant now.
I don't like it, but like I think like if I were to play it with, I would have more fun playing it, I think.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. Call of Duty, I guess, is the. I don't know if I don't think there's a game that I can't stand though. Like,
yeah.
It's more just like I can't get into it as much as other people.
I would say Animal Crossing is a game that I can't get into at all. But I don't. Yeah. It's not that I can't stand it. I have no interest on playing it even a little bit. You know.
I gave it a chance too. Like, I got it and I was like, you know, this is cute, but like I don't see the. I don't even see what the
Animal Crossing is something I was into when I was much younger. And the amount of people that played it now kind of made it obnoxious because how much I saw it. And I was like, I can't even get into this game anymore because everyone's talking about it, tweeting. I'm like,
it's a very hipster thing to say.
I can't do it anymore. Well, yeah, it is hipsterish, and I'll admit it, because I liked New Leaf. I liked the one before it. I didn't like the Wii U one, but particularly New Leaf was one of my favorite games for the Switch, on the DS. Yeah. And now everyone's playing this, and I'm like, it's oversaturation is killing me.
Yeah. And I'm sure like my favorite. I'm sure this is all just like opinion based. So, like I'm sure there's somebody who's gonna be like, I can't fucking stand Halo. I can't stand Destiny. Like I get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, yeah, for real. I definitely have had people try Mass Effect and they're like, yeah, that shit's whack. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. Like,
yeah.
That's weird, but, I mean, hey, whatever.
I genuinely think that anybody can like any game. Like I think it really is just a mental thing. Like, because I remember playing Witcher 3 several times, and I fucking hated it. I hated it like the first 4 times I played it. But then, like, after the show came out, and I had seen the first season of the show, I was like, all right, I'm kind of like ingratiated in this universe now, kind of loosely, even if it's not exactly. Like, I kind of get what the characters are and like what the general vibe of the world is. And when I started Witcher 3 again, I was like, oh, I get it more than I did when I tried it, and I ended up like liking it quite a bit. And that's happened a couple times. I think that happened with Call of Duty, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. For a long time, I was like, Call of Duty's fucking like it's just Transformers of video games, and in a lot of ways it is. But
sure,
that's also not necessarily like the worst thing. Like it's almost like I was like, oh yeah, that was pretty pretentious of me to just constantly dismiss this game that like very clearly is doing something right, even if I think it is obnoxious and kind of like not as good as some of its contemporaries. But yeah, I don't know. I love fucking Hitman, and I've had plenty of people be like, Hitman's fucking stupid. I'm like, nah, man, it's so good.
It's
personal opinion, man.
Yeah, that's basically it. Really is just that.
It's personal opinion and exposure. It's how you're exposed to games, dude. Trust me, because there's so many games that like. I was exposed to Destiny, and I didn't like it at first. And I was like, I don't really like this that much at first. And now I play that game a lot.
Yeah. And like Chris was saying, he was saying mood. Like, just basically, that now that after we watched The Witcher, that's big for me. Even something like, somebody told me about this show called The Expanse, and they're like, oh, you're going to love it. Since you're a big fan of the reboot of Battlestar Galactica and all this shit, and you're a Mass Effect fan, it's just like one of the greater, it's like a good type of military sci-fi thing. You're going to love it. And I couldn't get into it because I just wasn't in the mood to watch that shit. I was just like, I have to learn all these people. I don't fucking care. But then like you get in the right setting, you're like, okay, this shit's dope. And I think that's very important. And especially if you're self-aware enough to know that. Or like, I need to give this another shot because people are telling me this is really good and I'm not getting it. I'm probably just not. I'm not ready to play it or watch or whatever.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do is like kind of always be aware. Like if you're playing something and you're like, I don't like this, like try your best to like examine why that is, because there are just going to be some games where it's like I knew that I wasn't going to really like Animal Crossing. I tried to give it a shot. I wasn't feeling it. Whatever, that's fine. It like clearly wasn't my type of game anyway. But there was something like Hellblade. I remember was a game that like I remember seeing and I was like, this looks like generic as shit. Like it doesn't look. What's here for me? And I tried it a little bit and I was like, I don't really get it. Like I didn't see much there that was like, oh, I could play God of War if I want something that plays like this or like But like a year later, a friend of mine was like really hyping it up to me and I was like, when did I play this already? And I didn't really get what you were saying. And he was like, no, dude, you got to play this game with like headphones on because that's like literally like 50% of the experience is like it fucks with you with audio. Like it's like half the game is like the game kind of fucking with your mental state with the way it directs audio.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I just didn't fucking know that. And then I played it again and I was like, this is fucking great.
I love Hellblade.
Like it's surprising how good that fucking game is. And I think your state of mind and like where you are in your own personal life and like the shit that you're worrying about and like just how you see things at any given moment has a drastic impact on how you would interpret media that you're being introduced to. So like there's a chance that there's a game that you really didn't get that you will potentially love in the future, and always keep that third eye open because there's some good shit out there. Like several years ago, I don't know if I would have ever played Hades, but fuck me, it's good.
I love another fucking fantastic video game.
Yeah. But I think that brings us to the end. I think that's a pretty good ending point.
Yeah, I think it is. Open your mind. Don't be ignorant, you fucking ignorant bitches.
Oh, that's hot.
Thanks for
fucking
stopping
dumbasses.
by. Thanks for listening to our diatribes here. If you liked what you heard today,
Fortnite.
if you liked what you heard today, consider supporting us over at patreon.com/Snark Tank. $1 a month gets you early access to every episode. $5 gets you a question read on the show. $10 gets you access to our Discord. $25 gets your name dyslexically read at the end of the show. But before I go to the names, I'm stalling a little bit because I have to open Patreon because I subconsciously Alt or Control X'd out of it. So,
I feel you.
Sometimes I see tabs up and I'm like, I have too many tabs up. But I would also just like to give a shout out to snarktankmerch.com. I'm actually it was unplanned, but I'm actually wearing one of the things right now.
I saw
You
it.
look great in
video.
That's not my new hairstyle, but I look great in that.
Is it not?
No, I have my fucking I have my flat top. That's care now.
Yeah, that's right. We got to redo it.
Yeah.
That's my old character model, but okay.
The old character model. All right. What do we got here? Filters. Let's go.
Waiting I am.
All right, you want to go?
3, 2, 1.
Sloshy Scout. Atrasoni. Super Mecha Keith Davido.
Nice.
Thanos blowing Death's back out. Bastardson. Every time Chris says
Love
crazy. How did we even get here? Podcast every Thursday. Leroy Jenkins. Master Chief's hard as rock. Armor locked cock. Matthew Barrett Clark. A photo negative Tom Sawyer. Tomboy Respecter. Cataclysmic Cunt. Hard hat Skydiver. Chris has a high voice for a lesbian. Absolute Wagon. The army of 101 bananas shoving themselves. Oh, I gotta click this one to see it. Down Chris's throat. Progerian Incest Goblin. All new, all different. Dan Schneider's sexy Sonic fanfiction. Monkey Monk. Plutonium Dynamite. Billy the Big Ball Brawler. A little late-term abortion with Lily Singh. Alaskan Oilfield Trash. Roni Valadez. Keith David Kisses You. Hey, Raygun Shoes Single Now. Reed Clark. Cunt. Chris would be a twink if he gave...
Wait,
if he
cunt? That's it? Just cunt?
Yeah, just cunt.
That's pretty awesome.
Just cunt. And it's a picture of a cat, actually. It's pretty good. Chris would be a twink if he gave into his urges. Oh, that's a different one.
Oh, wow.
I wish my dad kissed me like Tom Brady did 9/11. Tom Brady did 9/11. Chris, I literally just subscribed to annoy you. Enjoy the $25. Hey Yo, the Bizarrest. Cyber Sweeney 2077. Vermont, the most emotional state, not an FBI agent. Juan Punchman. Marcus Shorten. Mr. Fuck. The name reads are the best part of the show. The price should be lowered to $5. The Cleeth Clavid Clan. Dobby Cumsock Crutches, Dreegser, Abusi, Sir Simpalot, Papa Nurgle, Chris makes Mike Pence's dyke senses tingle.
What
Jesus
does that
fucking
even
Christ.
mean?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
What is this?
Chris
do I have
is
to write it
69
backwards?
You wrote it backwards. Yeah, it's pretty
Chris
good.
is 69 gigabytes of Coco Bandicoot hentai. Danny DeVito's Christmas Candy Cane Cock, Cujo FD, Sweeney's Weenie Sleevey, Cold Burb, Murder Ascended, David Connolly, the dyslexic that feels Chris's pain, Hail Satan, Dunderhead, Ellipsis, Lobotomized Jesus is my drooling divine savior, Heiko, 1 meter long fetus, She Tasted Like Innocence, Moto Zealot, Mike Tyson's Left Hook, Hiroshima Spicy Mushroom, Slippery Steve and the sticky silicone sex toy Cyber Monday blowout sale.
God damn.
A level 1 cleric, Stitzrip Kema, Derek's Unyielding Sex Drive, Dummy Thick Dave, Big Dude 0444, Heartless Wretch, aka the Black Man from Staten Island, John Pickett Smith, Jada Pickett Smith's Broken Knees, Cataclysmic Cunt, Yummy Yummy Yummy,
my
Cyber
God.
Ghost that lived in the apartment above Chris and Sweeney, Jolly Old Dipshit, Emperor Palpatine, Hugger Derek, the Tom DeLongstand, Carson Jones, Ethereum, the Queenston to Sweeney's Kingston, Fuhai, the Progerian Hunter, Deflated Left Ass Cheek, America Wars Episode 2, The Colonial Wars, holy shit, there's so many. Anani's Moose, Sunny Chance, The Blampy That Dangles, Toby Shootman, Artie the One Man Party, Please Love Me, Melphis 1, LQ LeBron, Richter 86, and completing the list. King of Haphazard, thank you, everybody.
King of Haphazard.
King of
Haphazard.
Mega Nigga Man.
Mega nigga man.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone.
I
We
need
love
food.
you all. Thank you for all the support. This is the last
Bye-bye.
podcast. Is this the last podcast of the year? No, not yet, right?
No.
No.
I think
We
we
got
have
one
like
more, right?
One or two
Yeah.
more? I have no idea.
Maybe we should we pre-record them? Should we just knock 2 out in a day so we could just take like the... I feel like nothing's happening during Christmas, so I didn't even think about it.
Oh, yeah, it's probably good. Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
You little bitch.